Uh,
It's time.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Blast off.
It's time for Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner will be going. This is the payoff pitch. Let's see if Shea can get out of the inning here. The kick and deliver. Swung on it, missed it, got him. 12 strikeouts for Shea Shanneman. That one hit to left field, making the left fielder go back. Keep going back, and that thing is going to be gone. It's out of here. Holy moly, Cole Evans. 370 feet. Cole Evans got a hold of that thing. Wow. That one hit to short. Cervantes is second, back to first, and they get him. Nicely turned double play there, the old 6-4-3, and there's 2 down. Third double play tonight turned by the Busters.
Sodbuster Baseball is on the air.
All right, welcome to Sodbuster Baseball. Duncan Field, Josh Salmon with you, voice of Sodbuster Baseball, getting ready for the Moo. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for some steak. We got to find a way to beat these guys. Somebody's got to find a way to beat these guys. Hopefully it will happen tonight, all right? So make sure you are sticking around because you could be witnessing and seeing their only second loss. The only loss they have this year, though, for the Moo were from the Sodbusters, right? Yeah, back here on our opening night here at Duncan Field. So hopefully we can hand them another loss, and that would be a good thing. Coming up on the pregame show, I've had interviews from Manny Herrera. I also had an interview from, actually, Steve Stein got a chance to talk to Scully after Sunday night's win. That was a great win. So we'll have that interview coming up as well. Stick around, and one more surprise interview. Who's it going to be? We'll get to all that here in a little bit. Taking a look at these two teams. Expedition League, as I mentioned, the Moo have only lost to one game. They are 11-1, 9-17 winning percentage, 11-game winning streak. Last 10 games, they're 10-0. Your Sodbusters are on the bottom of the Clark division, but not too far. Only half game behind the Sioux Falls Sunfish. Hastings is 3-9, 250 winning percentage, 8 games back total, 1-game losing streak, and 2-8 on the last 10 games. Look at last night's game. They played, this is technically a 3-game series. They played the first game in Fremont last night. And, you know, when the Moo only beat you by very little, 4-1. It was 4-0 going into the ninth. And we scraped together a run. Carson Gahoy got an RBI. And I think it was Jack Hammond, I believe. I was watching the feed anyways, scored the run. And so, I mean, when you lose, you only give up 4 runs, first of all, to the Moo. That's a good thing. But when you come back and score one in the last inning, that's a good thing as well. Let's take a look at some of the numbers from yesterday. Starting pitcher for the Sodbusters was Shane Scott, and he had a little rough outing. 6 innings pitched, 9 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 6 strikeouts, though. His ERA goes to 3.55. Manny Herrera, of our pregame interviews, he pitched last night as well. 1.1 inning pitched, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Manny throws heat. Winning pitcher for the Moo was Wise. Wise went 7 innings, gave up 5 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts. Then they brought in 2 more pitchers. Cayucci, and he just pitched an inning, didn't allow anything else. And then Reynolds came in the last inning, gave up the 1 earned run on 1 hit as well, walked a runner. And total only the 4 strikeouts for Wise at the beginning of the game. So Busters only struck out 4 times in the entire game. That's great. You only gave up 4 runs for the Moo. That's great. I mean, they couldn't leave Fremont yesterday hanging their heads. There's no way, because that's a good thing. That's a moral victory. Yes, it's not the W in the column, but the way this Moo team has been playing, take that moral victory as you can get it, right? Well, now they're back on our turf. All right, this is our turf, and let's see if the Moo can, or the Sodbusters can upset the Moo here tonight. And 2 more games tonight. Tonight, tomorrow, 6:35. First pitch, and then Western Nebraska comes to town. The only time you get a chance to see them at Duncan Field this year is on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And join us all weekend long for the Western Nebraska Pioneers. We'll see them again very soon next week on their turf. But here on our turf, and I really mean turf, and people say that it's an expression, but we really have turf here on the infield and our grass. Western Nebraska coming here as well. We'll take a break, come back, and hear from Manny Herrera. Nice young man. Got a chance to meet him before the game. This is the Sodbuster pregame show. We'll be right back with Manny's interview.
Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
It's hot. Can we get some popsicles? A lot of popsicles.
Okay, sure.
Let's go to Sam's Club. We can get some popsicles there. Plus, check out the pools on sale.
Didn't Dad want to barbecue tonight?
With all those popsicles, we should get some paper towels, too.
Good idea, Mom.
I'll grab some chips. Sam's Club has something for every season.
Sam's Club, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Stop by before or after the game. For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Josh Salmon with you. Had a chance to visit with a couple players before the game. One of those players, Manny Herrera. What a cool guy he is. Here with Manny Herrera, one of our pitchers here on the Sodbusters. Manny's come in a couple different home appearances here. Throws, strikes. The guy is a fireballer. Goes to York College. He's one of the Panthers up there. Tell us a little bit about your college season this year at York College.
Yeah, was really good. I started working like a little bit later in the season. Was because I got a little in trouble with my transcript from my junior college. But when I started playing, I was trying to do the best of me.
So Panama City is where you're from. What made you want to come to York, Nebraska?
Oh, I was in a community college before, go York. I was playing and doing a tryouts and stuff, and the coach from York, he saw me playing. I was trying to do my best all the time, and I get a scholarship for playing in York.
Awesome, very good. So a good buddy down there. Obviously, it's nice to see Scully get the win the other night here at home. You two are good friends.
Yeah, he's my best friend right here right now, because we coming from the same school. We have with the same host family, and we spent a long time together.
Awesome,
yeah.
Good deal. What's your favorite part about being a Sodbuster so far?
Oh, it's a different team for me. I used to just play in the spring, but summer ball is like a different experience. It's really great. I love person here too.
Awesome. Do you have any family here, or is your family still back in Panama City?
My family is still back in Panama.
So what do they think of this whole thing of you playing here?
Yeah, they are so happy. Also, my mom and my family, they watch the games all the time, and they are happy for me.
Awesome, very good. So they'll be hearing this interview here on the pregame show today. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I feel good. That was my first interview in English, so.
Very good.
Yeah.
You did great.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Any favorite major league players in professional baseball?
For sure, Mariano Rivera. It's from Panama.
Definitely.
Yeah, the best closer.
All right. Works for me. He was unstoppable, wasn't he?
Yep.
Your fastball's getting there, so keep working on that, and you'll be the next Mariano. How about that?
That sounds great to me.
All right. Thanks,
Keep
Manny.
working.
All right, thanks. All right, very nice young man there, Manny Herrera, and it was fun to interview him before the game. He was stretching, so I appreciate him taking time out of his schedule to come and visit with me about his season here, and we're happy to have him on the team. I love when he comes in and watches him fireball, and he's an animated player, too. He doesn't hold back all of his emotions on the field, which is good. I like that, too. That gets the team fired up. All right, coming up, we'll have an interview with Ryan Melvin as well, and we'll play the interview that Steve Stein did with Trayton Scully after his win on Sunday. That was a big win and a great pitching performance. We'll do that when we come back from the break. This is the Sodbuster pregame show. First pitch, 6:35 coming up. Don't go away.
husband and I love to live in Nebraska.
It's the good life.
We always vacation here.
Love those Nebraska state parks.
We love to eat here.
Where are you going to get a better steak?
And we love to play here, especially Nebraska Pick 5 from the Nebraska Lottery. It has a $50,000 starting jackpot, drawing 7 days a week, and all the proceeds go back to our state.
Hey, honey, this weekend, let's buy some Nebraska Pick 5 tickets, go to a state park, and grill some steaks.
Like our first date.
I'm no amateur.
Top prize odds 1 in 501,000.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball. Hey, you. Your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters.
5 Points Bank of Hastings, safe, strong, and growing. Back in September of 2000, we opened for business at 4th and St. Joe with a staff of 5. Now we have 3 banking locations, over 45 employees, and have grown to become the largest locally owned bank in Hastings.
Since our opening, we've listened to you and responded by providing high-quality customer service, new banking technology, and provided support to many community organizations. We appreciate your support and look forward to continuing as the better bank in Hastings.
Welcome back to the pregame show for the Hastings Sodbusters. Josh Salmon with you as we get set for Fremont Moo and your Hastings Sodbusters. I'm in the mood for steak. Anybody else? Yeah, we gotta get the moo. Let's get them out of here tonight, and actually they'll be back tomorrow as well. But nonetheless, let's take a look at the lineups, and we'll have the interview that Steve Stein did with Trayton Scully on Sunday night about his win. And we heard from Manny Herrera earlier, and his best friend on the team, he said, was Trayton Scully. And those two guys from York College, and Trayton says him and Manny are tight. So we'll hear about that here in a little bit. Let's take a look at the visiting Fremont Moo. Shea Bennett is their manager. He's going to send out Tyler Push to lead things off in center field. Augie Rasmussen is in right field, batting second. Now, last night, this guy had a big game. Callahan, he is at third base. He was 3 for 4 in last night's game. That's a lot of hits, and he had a few of their RBIs as well. Anyways, he is batting third. Luke White back in the lineup. Remember that name from last year? Yeah, that guy can hit the ball really far. Luke White is the DH. He is batting cleanup. Ryan Hayes is the catcher tonight. I'm not familiar with him. Taylor Howell at first base tonight. They kind of move him all over the place. Koski is in left field. You have Austin Baskin at second base. We'll talk more about him as he comes up. And Braden Webb is at shortstop. So you got Push, Rasmussen, Callahan, White, Hayes, Howell, Koski, Baskin, and Webb. And on the hill for them tonight is Joe Richter. We've seen him once before here at Duncan Field. For manager Chandler Wagner and Hastings Sodbusters, this is his lineup. He's got Omar Jackson leading things off in center field. Cole Dawson batting second. He's been hitting the ball really well lately. He is at shortstop. He went 2 for 4 in yesterday's game. Trayton Colesel is in left field batting third. Jack Hammond, he's been hitting well. He's 1 for 4 in yesterday's game, but scored the only run for the Sodbusters. He is your cleanup hitter at DH. Tyler Monroe playing second base, batting fifth tonight for the Sodbusters. JT Cafferty in the game at right field tonight, batting sixth. Trevor Matson is over at first base, batting seventh. Ian Riley back at the hot corner, does a great job over there. He is at third base, batting eighth. And batting ninth is Justin McGuigan, who was on fire Sunday night. Back behind the plate once again. He is batting ninth. So it's Jackson, Dawson, Colesel, Hammond, Monroe, Cafferty, Matson, Riley, and McGuigan. On the hill is Will Horton. Sunday night, Trayton Scully pitched a 2-hitter. Busters won here against Wheat City Whiskey Jacks 15-0, and had 5 extra base hits. It was a great outing for all the Sodbusters. Chance for everybody to relax and go into that Moose series yesterday with a W. And again, yes, they lost to the Moo 4-1, but when you only give up 4 runs to the Moo, and you only strike out 4 times against the move, that's a moral victory. And you still came up with 1 run in the 9th inning as well. So nothing to bow their heads about last night. Series continues here at Duncan Field. It's a 2-field, 3-game series. So game 2 tonight and game 3 tomorrow. Anyways, on Sunday, Trayton pitched a great game. Steve caught up with him after the game. Here's that interview.
It's a little Sodbuster Spotlight, an opportunity to hear from Trayton Scully, really setting the tone with a solid outing in the victory over Wheat City. Trayton, I guess talk about the importance of this one, little long streak going on, trying to find a way to get in the win column. How important was your start?
I knew that we needed to get back on track. We got to get things going around, and we needed everything to click on all cylinders, and that's what we did today. Played great defense behind me. We hit, obviously. We got 15 runs, which was huge for us, but scoring that many runs in the defense that we had tonight just makes my job a lot easier.
Offense has got to start somewhere. McGuigan comes up with that big 2-out, 2-run single in the second, just to give you a little lead. How important was that to kind of prime the pump? Did that kind of relax the guys in the dugout a little bit?
Yeah, that was huge for us. He's a spark plug for us. He's gritty, does everything. He's a real good player, and that's the guy that we want to get hot, and he's going to keep on rolling for us, and we're going to keep on helping him, so we got to keep this going.
You guys had some big innings. How hard is it to keep focused when you're maybe sitting in the dugout a long time to come out and keep throwing strikes?
Yeah, that inning where we put up like an A spot or something like that, that was really tough. I was in there trying to stretch around and try to be loose and everything, but it was good. It was good. I knew that my mental game is one of my strongest assets that I have, and I know that I'm going to go out there and pretty much be dialed in every pitch.
Talking with Trayton Scully, starter for the Hastings Sodbusters. Talk a little about your journey to Hastings and how'd you become a Sodbuster?
Well, I had a old teammate that played here, and he also helped out, I think, coach a little bit too. So I knew how to connect there, but I knew I had to come and figure out the other competition in America. So I figured, well, get out of the NAIA and come face against D2 guys, and I'm really glad to be here, and I'm really happy with what's going on right now.
I was going to say the chemistry, you guys still getting to know each other, but is it a fun group?
Yeah, I think we got our full team now. I think our last player that was going to come in got here today, and I mean, we already had good chemistry, and I mean, I think he's going to be a big part, and we're just going to absorb him like a brother.
A lot of times, you know, in college, maybe have a few days off. Summer ball, it's pretty much playing every day. Is this kind of fun just to think about baseball and nothing but baseball? If you want to get to the next level, it's kind of got that feel to it.
Yeah, I mean, coming out here and playing baseball is great. Coming out here to Duncan, and the fans are great. Everything out here, I don't have a problem playing every day. It's nice to come out here and enjoy baseball.
You're at college. Tell us a bit about how things are going for you there.
They're going good and trying to build, and we're, like everybody else in America, we're trying to get better, and we're trying to compete. So that's what we're going to do.
What about academics? What are you studying? What do you want to see yourself doing someday?
I'm a double major in sports management and business admin. I want to coach. I just want to be a coach for the rest of my life. So it's pretty fun.
Where's the hometown for you?
I'm from Lincoln.
So, you're pretty familiar with Nebraska. I mean, nice opportunity to play. Still pretty close to home in the summer.
Yeah, it was great. I have some family that lives out here, and everything's still close enough for family to come. So it was huge support for me that they were here tonight.
Talking with Trayton Scully, are you looking forward to some of these long road trips? I mean, at one point you're going to be going back to Wheat City to kind of build the chemistry with some of these big long ones.
Yeah, I'm used to those road trips, and at school where every weekend's like a 3-4 hour drive, so I'm used to it. But yeah, I love this team, so it's pretty easy to have a road trip.
Trayton Scully, right-handed pitcher for the Hastings Sodbusters, as we feature Sodbuster Baseball.
All right, thank you, Steve Stein, for contributing there on that. And you can hear that interview and more on the brand new episode of the Sodcast. Brian Frew and I got that done the other day, and it is up, ready for your listening pleasure on Spotify, Anchor FM, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and a lot more. Just type in Hastings Sodbuster Podcast or Sodcast Podcast, and you should be able to find it. It says Josh and Brian. Listen, lots of interviews on there as well, including the Matt Rodriguez interview and a few other players' interviews in there. Plus, we talk about the how important the hosting families are that host players. That's a very, very important thing to make this all worthwhile and make it happen, because we got to have places for these guys to stay, right? So lots of cool things on the Sodcast. Make sure and check it out. Come back, we'll look at the lineup once again. We'll talk some numbers and see some of the other games going on in the league. Nobody else has started yet, but we'll talk about some of those and what impact they could have on tonight's game and our game have on theirs. All right, we'll also take a look at your forecast coming back. This is the Sodbuster pregame show.
I'm out. Smith, we only need one more out. Do you think you have enough energy?
I'm exhausted, and it's hot out here. I'm thinking about enjoying that nice, cool air conditioning I have at home.
Oh yeah, you've talked about Rudd's Heating and AC, the #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska for over 45 years.
Yeah, now. I have enough for one more batter, Coach.
Smith, go finish this thing so we can all go home and cool off. Visit RuttsHeatingandAir.com. Timeout. Smith, we only need one more out. Do you think you have enough?
Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
Welcome back to the Hastings Sodbuster pregame show. It is Josh Salmon with you, voice of Hastings Sodbusters. How's it going for you? Let's take a look at the forecast. 90 degrees at Duncan Field right now. A little warmer than that on the field. That turf kind of absorbs heat, so it's going to be a little toasty on there for the guys, and not much wind either, with winds gusting out of the southeast only 9 miles per hour. Right now the flag's kind of blowing very gently from center field. The center field flag's blowing from right to left, so very light wind out there. We saw Sunday night the wind was blowing pretty good, and when Omar Jackson got one up in the jet stream, it hung up there. Otherwise it probably would have been an extra base hit, but nonetheless, that's the way the ball bounces sometimes, right? Well, we take a look at the other games going on in the area in the Expedition League tonight. It'll be Spearfish Sasquatch at Wheat City Whiskey Jacks. We just saw them the other night. Source Valley at Badland Big Sticks. Casper Horseheads is playing at Western Nebraska. They'll be here, Western Nebraska, the Pioneers, on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Pure Trappers at Sioux Falls Sunfish, and the Mining City Tommyknockers at the Canyon County Spuds. The two expansion teams voicing against each other there. So should be a good game though for them tonight. We'll also take a look at some of the other games in the area. Sioux Falls Sunfish, they're the ones right ahead of us, so we want them to lose tonight, obviously, and us to win, and that would move us up in the standings a little bit because they're only half game ahead of us. Right now the Moo is ahead of everybody, if you look, and the nearest team to Fremont in the standings, I have to find my paper here, is the Spearfish Sasquatch, and they're playing Wheat City, but they're 2 games back. So if we can beat Fremont and twice, finish out the series with 2 wins, and they can win their 2, then they will move into first place, which is hard to believe. They're only 2 games back, but they've been playing pretty well. Busters are 8 games back out of first. Still isn't bad at all. Got some Little Leaguers here. If you're watching the TV, there's some guys from the A's Little League team. All right, and they have some great uniforms. I love those uniforms. Going to throw out the first pitch here, and catching the first pitch is going to be Jack Hammond behind the plate there. One of the guys going to throw. He's throwing it from the mound too. The little guy here. I don't know. He's probably 11, 10, something like that. And look at that. He got it there over the. Wow, good arm. I couldn't have reached that from when I was his age. So, and I was the outfielder. Nice first pitch there. Let's see here. Coming up, Will Hort will be pitching for the Busters. He last pitched. We saw him back on June 5th, not too long ago, just a few days ago, against Wheat City. And he went 2 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, facing 13 batters. We'll take our national anthem right now. We'll go live to that. Steve Stein is your PA announcer. Ava Bonavish. She couldn't be more than about 8 or 9, and she didn't even need a microphone. That's, I mean, she used one, but she didn't need one. That was some great pipes. So we'll come back. First pitch coming up from the Hastings Sodbusters. It's Duncan Field pregame show wrapping up here momentarily, and we'll get first pitch right around the corner. First, let's hear from Ryan Melvin. I had a chance to talk to him before the game, and maybe we'll see him on the bullpen tonight. I don't know.
Here with Ryan Melvin from Grand Island, and he goes to Oklahoma Christian. Tell us a little bit first about how's it going at Oklahoma Christian for you for baseball.
It's going pretty good. I got injured with Tommy John, so I haven't really played there, but hopefully this next year I can start making an impact there.
Cool. And being a Sodbuster, what are you hoping to work on here with us?
With my injury, just getting back into it, getting back in innings, and starting to throw well again.
Yeah, very good. So how's the experience so far with the guys?
It's fun. It's a lot of fun to be out here. It's an experience to be playing baseball every day, that's for sure. But overall, we're having a good time.
Probably pretty nice to be close to home here in Hastings, just down the road from Grand Island.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Other guys on the team from Grand Island, of course, Cahoy, you've got Rand Sanders, so you got that connection as well. Did you know those guys before at all?
Yeah, I played with Rands and Carson when we were both in Grand Island, and I've played against most guys who were in Hastings and Kearney, so I know a good number of the guys before I came here.
Cool. So how many games have you been in this year for the Busters? I haven't looked yet.
I've played 2 so far.
2? Okay. And things feeling okay in your arm?
Yeah, my arm feels good so far. I had a little bit of trouble in one of them, but that's to be expected coming back off injury.
All right, thanks.
There we go. Thank you, Ryan Melvin, for the pregame interview. Sodbuster Baseball first pitch coming up here as we look at Will Horton on the TV screen. If you're watching on YouTube, how's it going? Josh Salmon with you, voice of Sodbuster Baseball. We also have the Mix LR going on, or Mixler as you want to call it, for our radio feed. For the move, it'll be Tyler Push, Augie Rasmussen, and Austin Callahan due up here. First 3 batters. Against Will Horton from Arkansas Tech. We have a few of those guys out there. Coach Dawson, his buddy, his teammate, I should say, in the center field as well, and his buddy, Omar Jackson, also from Arkansas Tech. There's the pitch from the lefty. First one's upstairs to Tyler Push. Push, last night's game, he went 1 for 5. Remember, this is a 3-game 2-park series. Moo won the first one at home yesterday, 4-1. To Riley. Over to first, double clutches, and good stretch. 1 down. For the Busters, defensively, from left to right, you have Kozel, Monroe, and Cafferty. And then you have on the infield from left to right, Riley at third, Dawson at short, Monroe at second, and Matson just made that catch a moment ago. He's at first, McGuigan behind the dish with Will Horton on the hill. Brings up Rasmussen, the right fielder. Rasmussen didn't play in last night's game. 1 out. Here's a high chopper to short. Dawson fields that across the diamond. He's got a gun to get him, and it's a low throw, but nice scoop. 2 down. This is the kind of innings we like. Brings up Austin Callahan. This guy's been on fire lately for the Moo. Playing very well. He had 3 hits in yesterday's game. Starting at third base again. He bats left, throws right. Lefty versus lefty here, which is a good thing for Will Horton. In 2021, Will was 1.50 ERA for Arkansas Tech. 5 appearances. Had no record. 6 innings pitched is all. 4 hits, 1 run it was earned. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. And 25 batters faced. Batters against him was 190. Grounder there to second. Scooped up by Monroe over to first. Easy 1, 2, 3. Go the Moo, and high fives all around in the dugout. Your Sodbusters coming up bottom of the first. This is Sodbuster Baseball. Stick around. We'll be right back from Duncan Field.
A place with historic housing districts, beautiful parks, and strolling through downtown shops. No, it isn't a fairy tale. It's Hastings, Nebraska. The Adams County Visitors Bureau invites you to experience Hastings, from bird watching to the Aqua Court Water Park to taking in a Sodbusters baseball game at historic Duncan Field. It all starts with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. What would a visit be without great eats? Hastings has plenty for all cravings. Start exploring at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. Josh Salmon back with you as we look at 90 degrees to start game time. A little hotter than that down on the field with the turf going on for the Busters. Well, that's a good first inning they like. Will Horton got through the Moo in 1-2-3 on a out from short third base, out from shortstop, and an out from second base, all in ground balls or choppers nonetheless. And so that's the kind of inning you want. For the Busters, it'll be Omar Jackson, Cole Dawson, and Trayton Kosel. Facing against Joe Richter. Richter has only pitched 1 game, 5 innings. He went on that one. 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 1-0 record, 1.80 ERA, but that doesn't show you much in 1 game. That is Joe Richter for the Moo. And I'll get you some information on Joe Richter, if the information I have here is correct. You never know on some of these rosters. Joe Richter is from Lincoln, Nebraska. That we know. Goes to Southeast Community College. They have a lot of Southeast Community College players on Fremont's roster. Look at Fremont defensively. In left field to right, they have Koski, Push, and Rasmussen. Infield from third to first, it's Callahan. And then their shortstop, is Webb, Baskin, and Howell, with Hayes behind the catcher, and Richter, as I mentioned, on the hill. First time I've seen Webb in the game, so we'll talk about him as he gets up to bat a little bit later for the Moo. Fremont Moo only lost 1 game, and that was our opening day here at Hastings. Otherwise, they've won 10 in a row, and I think everybody in the league would be happy to see them lose a game, including the Hastings Sodbusters, who has to face them like 22 times total this season. So Omar Jackson comes up for the Busters. Omar, also from Arkansas Tech. Just underway here in the bottom of the first. No score. Moo didn't do anything in the first there. Omar batting for the Sodbusters and leadoff. Batting 083 for the team. So really looking to get hitting going. Manager Chandler Wagner likes this guy. So does GM Scott Galusha. I mean, they like all the guys, but they really have high hopes for this kid. And hopefully he can find the bats and get it going. Here's the 1-0 there to Omar Jackson from the pitcher Richter. And it goes to 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes to Omar Jackson. We'd like to get him on the base path very fast. Richter the righty, Jackson the lefty. Takes one right down Burlington. Those of you who don't know, Burlington is the main street here in Hastings. 2 balls, 1 strike. No score, just underway here on your Wednesday Night Baseball. These 2 teams meet up tonight, tomorrow, and then Western Nebraska comes in town for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That one hits Omar in the back leg. Left leg. That's not the way you want to start off the game, but he's on base. He'll walk that one off. And so Richter beans the first batter he faces. Cole Dawson's up. Cole's been hitting really well since starting for the Sodbusters. .414 he is hitting. 2 hits in yesterday's game. Playing very well is Cole Dawson, whose dad is Arkansas Tech manager. Cole himself goes to Kansas City, Kansas Community College, but is from Arkansas. First pitch misses for a ball. Jackson on first. Let's see if they send him at some point in this series sequence. We don't know much about the catcher tonight, Hayes. First time I've seen him this season. Righty versus righty matchup. They're setting him up on the inside corner. Dawson, that one's just perhaps a smidge high. Doesn't look too bad up here. So Omar Jackson led things off by getting beaned in the leg. He stands on first. 2-0 here to Cole Dawson. Nice young man. Happy to be playing for the Sodbusters. Takes a strike there. We've had him play a little bit of third base, which is the first time he's ever played third, but he's really, really good shortstop. He's out there at shortstop tonight. Good player here. Not a tall guy, but stocky, built. Over to first. Omar diving back safely. 2 balls, 1 strike to Cole Dawson. It was 2-1 to Omar Jackson a moment ago, and then he got beaned. Hopefully a better outcome this time. Outfield playing shallow for the Moo, as they always do. Omar goes, pretty good jump. High throw, he is in there. That throw was really high from Hayes. And there's the speed of Omar Jackson I've been advertising. So now runner in scoring position with your best hitter in your lineup statistically to this point, Cole Dawson. 4:14 coming into this game. Dawson, only the 2 RBIs, but don't let that deceive you. Here is the 2-2, and that one just misses outside. The slider didn't quite hit. So now it goes to 3-2. Good eye there for Cole. Trayton Coles will do up next. No score. Bottom 1. Fremont Moo, Hastings Sodbusters. Moo in their bright orange, fire orange shirts, gray pants. Busters in their greens with the white pants and the green socks. Lots of Sodbuster merchandise. You plan on coming out to the ballpark. Some new hats. There's a couple new trucker hats. One like I'm wearing today, and then they have other trucker hats with the H on front. They have the hats, the fitted hats, just like the players are wearing as well. Some T-shirts. There's a bat out there. Some other items as well. That one hit into right center field. Cole rounding first. They're going to send Jackson home. Let's test out the arm here, and the throw is cut off. They might have had him if he didn't cut it off. The first baseman, Hal, got over there. The catcher saying, hey, I think we might have had him. It was a really good throw from the right fielder, Rasmussen. But it's an RBI, and good wheels there by Jackson. Busters on the board first here against the Moo. So Trayton Colesville comes up. RBI for Dawson. Trading the left fielder, Cole Dawson on first. Dawson not a huge stolen base threat, doesn't have any this season. Yeah, I think that's a high chopper, very high in the air. Comes down, they're not going to be able to get him at first, there's no way. Runner goes to second base. That thing was so high chopped, the pitcher just had to wait. There's nothing he could do about it, and by the time he got it and started releasing the ball, the runner was already at first. Hey, we'll take hits any way we can get them. It doesn't have to be pretty. 2 hits in a row here for the Busters. And Jack Hammond comes up. He's been hitting well also. 250, though, as the average shows, but he's been pretty clutch for the Busters this year. So saying on the play earlier, the single to right, Rasmussen came up firing, and Jackson came all the way around from second to score, and it was cut off by the first baseman, Hal. If Hal would have let it go, I think they might have gotten Jackson. It would have been really close. It was a very good throw by Rasmussen, who was playing shallow nonetheless. But he cut it off because they were worried about the runner going to second. So it's an interesting play, and I don't think the catcher was very happy about it. But nonetheless, Jackson scored, and Busters up 1-0. That one's his center field. That is deep, but Push is going to be out there. He's got a pretty good arm as well. Let's see if they challenge it. They do. Runner tags. Dawson ends up on third base, and he will be safely. So runners on the corners on the fly. Brings up Tyler Monroe. So Cole Dawson able to advance to third. Trayton Colesville still standing on first base. 1 out here. Busters up 1-0. Bottom of the first against Fremont Moo. Fremont's pitcher out there, Joe Richter. He's given up 2 hits this inning. That one's a high chopper as well. And goes to first. Do they get the runner? Yes, they do, but the run scores. A lot of high choppers here today. Monroe gets the RBI. Put that down as a ground out, even though there is no chop out, I guess, on there. And run scores by Dawson. 2-0, good guys. Brings up JT Cafferty. Cafferty is, we told when he goes back to college, he's going to be more of a first baseman outfielder kind of guy, so he's going to get a lot of practice with that. He's a heck of a catcher. Good athlete all around. He's pitched for us this year as well, but he's going to get some more practice and some more reps in the outfield. Here with the Sodbusters this summer, and when he goes back to college next year, he'll be ready to play in the outfield. Back home with his, here in Hastings, his hometown. Runner on second, 2-0, Sodbusters 2 out here. Bottom of first, that's a very high chopper as well. And over to third, to first, and they get him. Not a bad play there by Callahan, but the Busters do score 2 on 2 hits, and they leave 1 on base. 2-0 Sodbusters, top of the second coming up. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field.
I'm a working mom. I don't have a lot of time for grocery shopping. That's why Sam's Club is so convenient. I can get the food my family loves, household supplies, and be on my way. My husband likes that they offer oil changes and tire services. Really saves him time. They have early hours for Plus Club members so I can beat the crowd on the weekend. Plus, Sam's Club offers free curbside pickup. Order online or in the app. Sam's Club, Grand Island.
Sam's Club, a proud partner of Sodbuster Baseball. For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. Josh Salmon with you. And Nate Miller to my right. Coming up for the move, this inning will be the 4, 5, 6 hitters. It'll be White, who we're very familiar with. Luke White, we'll talk about him. Ryan Hayes and Taylor Howell. You look at some of the players last year that made it to the Expedition League's 2020 All-Star team by position. And the Moo had several on there. The Sodbusters had quite a few as well. But as a third baseman, they had Luke White. He can play first or third. He was a Sodbuster killer last year. I'm just going to be honest with you. This guy could hit the ball a ton. Didn't get it out of Duncan Field. Not many have. But he had a lot of extra base hits last year. Takes the first pitch here from Will Horton outside for ball one. Horton went right through the Moo in the first on 3 consecutive ground balls. Lefty versus righty. That one right down Burlington. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ryan Hayes, the catcher, due up next. Luke White just recently rejoined the team for the Moo. We haven't seen him last time they were here. No average for him. That one is short. Bobbled by Dawson over to first, and they don't get him. White doesn't run extremely well. Good second after they're sticking with it. As he bobbled the ball, usually very good hands there on Cole. I think he just rushed a little bit, took his eyes off of it. So reaching on the air is Luke White. And Dawson, 9 times out of 10, will make that play. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite them. Like I said, if it was anybody more speedier, like Push or White, or excuse me, Push or Koski or one of those guys, then it'd be a little different. White isn't slow, but he's one of the slower of the guys on the team. I found off first base side here to Ryan Hayes. Hayes has a .333 average. Hasn't been on the team as long as either this season anyways. Ryan Hayes behind the dish. First time we've seen him here at Duncan Field anyways. Yakima Valley College. He's from Washington. From Washington. And the 1-1 coming up here. On run first is Luke White, not a big stolen base threat, especially with McGuigan back there. Hot shot down third base line. That is a foul ball. Whew. That's good because that would have been extra bases. Ivan Riley was diving for it. Hope to see you out here for the Western Nebraska Series. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The only time you get to see the Pioneers this year. And Saturday, remember, is 9 innings of winning. Lots of things to be given away. If you buy a raffle ticket, it must be at least 19 to do that. We'll talk about that more as the game goes along. But you attend the game on Saturday. You're 19 years old. You buy your raffle tickets, and you can win. Fouled off. 40 Nebraska Lottery scratch tickets. You can win some Southern Hills golf outing for 4. 2 2020 season ticket passes to the Sodbusters. Promotional bat. Frame photo of Memorial Stadium donated by Jimmy Rash. 2 tickets of Garth Brooks at Memorial Stadium. Donated by the Bodstatter and Glenn Law Offices. Also inside 2 and 2. Also a Traeger Pro Series 22 pellet grill donated by Big G Ace. And an LG 55-inch TV donated by Sam's Club. So must be 19 to win. That's 19 innings of winning. Going on Saturday as the Western Nebraska Pioneers make the trip out from Gering. Like to see you out here. Never know, you could be. Bring your pickup in case you win a bunch of stuff, right? Or bring your friend's pickup. I don't care. Have a tailgate. Surprised people don't do more tailgating here at Duncan Field. I'm not sure of the rules on that. There are a few guys out there every once in a while I see that have the tailgate down and just chewing the fat before the game. Runner on first. Here's the 1-2. Fouled again on third base side. Lots of foul balls here for Hayes. Luke White led off the inning, reaching on an error by Dawson over at first. Not too many times you say that about Cole Dawson. He's usually very sure-handed, but it happens to everybody. Not a biggie. Got to shake it off, right? Yeah. 1-2 again coming up. They've actually got 2-2. Riley, that's a tough hop off him. That's going to be an infield hit. Nothing he could do on that thing. That thing just ate him up over at third on a very high hopper. Tried to field it up by his stomach. A lot of choppers in this game today. The Busters had a bunch. Here's another high chopper. Tough one there by Hayes coming at Riley. So first actual hit of the game given up by Horton. And McQuiggan, his catcher, goes up to talk to him. Discuss how they want to do things here. Brings up Taylor Howell, the first baseman. So no error given. Oh, they did give an error on that. I don't think that was an error. I'm not sure on that one. They gave him an error, but I don't know if I agree with it. So we'll see what scoreboard gave an error. And I guess stats did too. So I don't know. That's a hit to me. That's just a tough shot. He had no play at that one. If he would have tried to scoop it up and throw it, or he missed a throw, or bobbled it as he tried to scoop it. So still no hitter going on. 2 errors this inning. And it's a 1-0 here to the 6th place hitter, Taylor Howell. This guy hits pretty well for the move. Right-hander versus left-handed Horton. Will Horton, inside out swing, fell off first base side. Ball to strike here to Taylor Howell. So a couple defensive blunders here for the Busters. And you look at the, I'm looking at the defensive here. Dawson, that's his, he only had 1 error coming into today on the season for the Busters. And for Riley, coming into tonight with that play just a moment ago, which was ruled an error, which I'm still not agree with. He had 3. So not too bad. 2 balls and a strike here to Taylor Howell, the first baseman of the move. Busters up 2-0, scoring 2 in the bottom of the first. He runners on second and first here. Luke White reached on an error. He's on second. Hayes, the catcher, Ryan Hayes, reached on an error. He stands on first. That one a little outside. McGuigan shakes his head and says, that's all right. Not a bad idea. Good idea going out there. Kind of set him up on the outside anyways. Thought maybe Howell brought his fishing pole. He didn't. Good fishing weather. Maybe a little hot for fishing. 3 balls and a strike. Horton went right through the move in the first. Struggling here a little bit because of his defense. And then went outside. It's the first walk of the game by either squad. So Howell aboard, and that loads the bases for the move. This is where they can hurt you. Need a ground ball double play or something. You'd gladly give up 1 run for a double play here. Koski comes up, the left fielder. Koski batting .323 on the season for the Moo. We've seen him last year and this year, a lot of Koski. And Koski has only 2 RBIs on the season. Does have 10 hits, though. So Horton on the third base side of the pitcher's rubber. Gets a sign from McGuigan. Pitch on the way. That one hit into left field. That will score at least 1 on the base hit. Coming up firing is Colzell. Nice throw and cut off by cutoff man there. So 1 run in there on the RBI single. And now 2-1 Busters. So now the first hit is given up by Will Horton. Runners on second and third. 1 down here. 2-1 Busters. Brings up Austin Baskin. I have no batting stats for him. So just recently joined the team. That one hit into center field. Jackson lets it fall in front of him. Run coming around to score. They're throwing to third. I'm not sure why Jackson was throwing to third. Both runners were already around third by then. So 2 runs scored on that RBI single, and they're not doing much, just nickel and diamond singles here, but they didn't have a play getting it second anyways, but if you're going to throw it like that, you might as well try to throw it home and get the guy. I'm not sure why he was throwing to third on that one. 2 RBIs. This is where the Busters have to be careful. This is where the Moo like to just break things open on you. Take advantage of a couple errors, defensive errors, hurting the Busters in this inning. So that brings up 9th place hitter Brandon Webb, the shortstop. Breaking ball misses for a ball. Will Horton, 3 runs in, only one of those earned. On 2 hits this inning. He walked the batter. Baskin stands at second base. That one a little low. So Baskin technically was a single, and he advanced to second on the throw, which was going to third. Jackson kind of let that one fall in front of him. I'm surprised he didn't run in a little quicker on it. I don't know if he would have caught it, but he might have prevented the second run from going in. 2-0 to Webb. That one just misses outside. McGuigan tried to frame it. Couldn't get it going. So after cruising through the first inning, Will Horton, here's a who. That's his nickname I made up for him. I'm sure he's heard that before. Has laboring here a little bit in the second. 2 errors behind him. Then he walked the batter and gave up 2 singles. Three and 1 now. No outs for the Moo here in the top of the second. They now lead 3-2. 3 runs on 2 hits, reaching on 2 errors. 3-1 coming up here to Braden Webb. Fell off first base side. We'll do it again. So Webb keeping alive up there. You just can't give up errors, or you can't do anything wrong to the Moo. You can't give up errors or hits, so they will make you pay. And so far, they have. Here is the pitch, the 3-2 coming up. Horton waiting to get the sign. It's one he likes. And ball 4. So second walk of the inning. Given up by Horton. He was very, very good in the first inning on 3 ground balls. Very few pitches. I think there was 5, 6 pitches maybe thrown in that first inning. Laboring a lot here in the second. So now bases loaded again for the Moo. Back to the top of the order for Tyler Push. 1 through 9, these guys are tough. I can't say that one guy's more tough than the other, but they're all tough for the Moo. Here's Horton's pitch. That one missed. His strike zone is the size of a postage stamp. Push led off the game by grounding out to third base. A good play by Ian Riley. 2 errors this inning, 1 on Cole Dawson, 1 on Ian Riley. And the pitch on the way. That one in there for a strike. Good late movement on that one. Looked like a cutter. I don't see too many cutters in this league. It's interesting. Like it. Throw it again eventually. Don't throw it now. See if he goes back to the off-speed pitch. They've had a little bit of trouble with that one today. Defense a little deeper in left field, deep on the infield, and the runner's not being held on with bases loaded. That one hits a short. Dawson to second. Over to first. They got to hurry, and they don't get the double play. Safe fielder's choice. Run scores. RBI. 4-2. The Moo. Didn't quite turn it quick enough. And Push runs well. Don't get me wrong. So that's a tough play nonetheless for anybody. So Rasmussen comes up. 1 out. Could have desperately used the double play, but the run scores nonetheless. And it is 4-2. The Moo. Rasmussen, a left-handed batter, grounded out to Dawson his last time up. Dawson knows that. He's in the ready position over there at shortstop. Runner on first and third here for the Moo. See if they send the runner. They do. They got him in a pickle. Throw to second, and they get him out. They read the play perfectly. Good job there by Will Horton. You knew he was going to go somewhere during the sequence. He took off on the first pitch, and we guessed right. It's a nice play as Push comes up limping a little bit, but he'll run back to the dugout. So mark that down as a caught stealing. Will looked at his catcher, and I don't know if that's who tipped him off McGuigan or if he figured it out himself, but it's hard to steal a base on a left-handed pitcher when he's looking right at you. Pushes fast. I figured he was going to go. I didn't figure he was going to go there. So 2 outs. Now, this is an important batter here with a runner standing on third to just get out of the inning. Nice breaking ball. 67 miles an hour coming in off the hand of Horton to Rasmussen. 0-1. So 4 runs in on 3 hits, 2 walks, and 2 errors. Not a great inning for the Busters, but they can get out of it right here. Stop the bleeding a little bit. Shaking off the pitch. Doesn't want that one. Horton gets another one from McGuigan. Down over the outside corner. Throw down to third and hits off the runner and goes into left field. That's the dangerous part about doing that on 2 outs. Sometimes you just let the guy, I know you're trying to get outs, but sometimes you just let him dance around at third. You know he's not going to go anywhere. And now the 3rd error of the inning. That's just a bad mistake there by McGuigan. If he was on first, maybe, even with 2 outs, so you don't want to take a chance of overthrowing it with the runner on third. But if he was the only guy on first and you throw it, okay, he gets 1 base. Up the third base side and over the dugout, not quite over the net. When a guy's on third, there's nobody ahead of him. There's 2 outs. He's obviously not going to try to steal home, or very seldom is that ever going to happen. You throw it down to third, it hits off the runner's back and bounces into foul ground. He scores. So not the best decision there, and I'm sure Chandler Wagner will say something to McGuigan about that. 1 ball, 2 strikes coming up. 2 outs, 5-2. The Moo, Riley running over, sliding, running out of real estate. Opens the gate on the other side. Doesn't make the catch, but A for effort. So the 1-2 coming up here. To Rasmussen. 3 errors this inning for the Busters. You can't be doing that with the Fremont Moo. You can't be doing that with anybody, but especially 3 in 1 inning after giving up 2 walks and 2 hits. Horton still not getting a sign he likes. Shaking him off, gets one. Here's the lefty to lefty, and that one in the dirt. Not going fishing is Rasmussen. The Fremont Moo didn't bring their fishing poles with them to Hastings today, unfortunately. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 8th batter of the inning. That's never a good thing for the visiting team. Austin Callahan due up next. He had a big game yesterday. He's not the guy you want up there. Rather him lead off an inning with nobody on. But 3-2, 2 outs, so this is an important payoff pitch coming up here for Will Horton. Trying to get out of the second, stop the bleeding. It's 5 runs this inning. Horton shakes off another sign from McGuigan. A lot of miscommunication, just doesn't want what McGuigan's giving him. Sometimes you just got to listen to your catcher. Down by 5 runs. On a chopper to third. Riley on the in-between hops. Going to have to hurry over to first. High throw. Throws it away. Oh, no. He got it. Matson got it. Wow. He came down with it. I don't know how he came down with that. It was still a single. How did Matson come on down with that thing? I thought for sure it got in the space of my window here. I was in between windows. I'm not sure how Matson caught that thing, but wow. Nice catch nonetheless for Matson. Not sure how he came up with that thing. Trevor Matson used all of his height on that one. 9th batter of the order, Austin Callahan. He's really been hitting well for the Moo. Throw to first, runner back. Oh no, we're not falling for that again this inning. It'd be nice. So Horton, 3 hits this inning. 5 runs given up. Only 1 of those earned. However, he has walked 2. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs for the Moo. They lead 5-2. Busters can get that back. You just don't want to break it open too much. There was only 5 runs in the game total yesterday in Fremont. 4 for the Moo prior to the 9th inning, and 1 for the Busters in the 9th. Inside out swing, that one popped up. Riley should be able to catch it by the third base coach's box. He does. And they stop the bleeding with 1 runner on base. So there was 3 hits, 5 runs, 3 errors in the inning, and they leave 1 on base. It's 5-2 Fremont. Busters coming up bottom of the 2nd. Sodbuster baseball here from Duncan Field. Come right back.
Summer means Sodbusters baseball and hot weather, so make sure you stay cool with Ruts. Ruts Heating and AC is your #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska. For over 45 years, Ruts has been a name to trust for repairs, installation, and maintenance work on time. Call Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning today to discuss your HVAC needs, free estimates, and the guarantee their work. Whenever your heating or AC needs, trust Ruts. Visit rutsheating.com.
Nebraska has some of the most beautiful state parks in the country. And to celebrate their 100th anniversary, the Nebraska Lottery announces our Great Outdoors Getaway promotion. Through June 8, 2021, enter any non-winning $5 Nebraska State Park Centennial Scratch ticket for a chance to win a 2-night stay at a Nebraska State Park, $2,021 in cash, and Nebraska Lottery and Game and Parks merchandise. State parks as great as ours deserve a promotion as great as this. Top prize odds 1 in 80,000.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. It was a tough inning there for Will Horton as he had a hard time with the move. 5 runs that inning. 3 errors was the worst part. That'll hurt you. All right, 3 errors. I don't care who you are. You can't be giving up 3 errors and expect to have a good inning. So maybe the Busters will come back and take advantage of it. They were the first ones to score 2 innings back, 2 runs in the first inning. Trevor Matson up. It'll be Matson, Riley, and McGuigan. So Trevor Matson lead things off here. For the Busters. Richter on his second inning of work. That one high. Busters looked pretty good there in the bottom of the first inning with hit by pitch and then able to capitalize on it and get a couple runs in. So not missing opportunities on that one. That one in there for a strike. 2-1 here to Matson. Matson, Riley, McGuigan, 7-8-9 here for the Busters. Down by 3, 5-2. That went upstairs and ball 4. So excuse me, it was 3-1. Scoreboard was wrong. First walk given up by Moo pitching tonight. So 2 innings in a row, the Busters have the leadoff hitter on base. One hit batsman, which is Doc Jackson. And this time, this inning is Matson. Ian Riley comes up for the Busters. Ian batting 148. Pitch on the way is a ball. Riley played in yesterday's game, went 0 for 3. Did have an RBI, had the only RBI, that one in the 9th inning. So 1 ball, no strikes. That one outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Richter is not pitching great for the Moo. The Busters have done a good job taking advantage of that. They desperately need to stay in this thing, though. Next inning is going to be a huge pitching inning for them because you can't give up 5 one inning. Be down by 3 to the Moo. Any opportunities, they will take advantage. High pop fly to left. Who's going to get it? Koski makes the one-handed grab in the sun. The shortstop was thinking about it for a while, but Koski's, I'm more familiar with this park than you are, so let me catch that one. So 1 down here. Justin McGuigan. McGuigan playing really well for the Busters. 350 batting average, leads the team with 10 RBIs. No, I take that back. I was looking at something wrong. McGuigan has 7 RBIs. First pitch in there for a strike to the catcher. Big game for him on Sunday. He had that extra base hit to kind of get things going in the second inning for the Busters, and that opened the floodgates for the offense for them. And the ball gets away from the catcher. Matson able to advance to second, so there's those advantages I'm talking about. You need to take advantage of that stuff. Now McGuigan. And he gets 2 bases. Ball rolled into the dugout. So Christmas in June here at Duncan Field. A 2-base wild pitch. Now the umpire's going to talk it over. Hey, you made the call, man. Don't second guess yourself. That takes away your credibility. 5 runs on 2 hits and no errors for Fremont. 2 runs, 2 hits, and 4 errors for Sodbusters. Now they're sending him back to second. This is what I don't understand. You made the call to begin with. Don't tell him to go to third and tell him to go back. Have him stay at second, then talk about it. If then you reward him third, then bonus. But now you're taking away your own credibility by sending him back to second base. We saw some very questionable umpiring in last series against Wheat City. We won't go there again. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. So runner on second is Matson. Still, you need to take advantage of it nonetheless. Matson goes anyways. Throw it down to third. It's a high one. It hits off his leg. And he's going to come pick up and come all the way in to score. So Matson steals third. That one hit him in the right leg as he was stealing third. The throw went into left field. And the Busters score. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Take care of those opportunities. Nice job there by Matson. He was hurting for a second when they hit him in the leg. So a stolen base for the big guy. Give him a throwing error by the catcher. And Busters now within 2. McGuigan still holding the bat, going, oh yeah, I'm up here. 2 balls and a strike to him. That one out to right field. That's a hit. McGuigan continues the hitting. He has been playing very good for the Sodbusters. It wasn't in yesterday's game. Picks up right where he left off on Sunday with another hit. 3 hits for him on Sunday. Back to top of the order, and Jackson. So McGuigan stands on first. Jackson hit by a pitch to lead off the second. End up coming around to score the first one of the game. McGuigan over at second, at first base, good lead. Jackson chopper down first base side, that is foul. I like the play there a moment ago when Matson was standing on second. They reward him third, and they send him back to second, and Chandler Wagner says, okay, we'll just steal third. But the big guy, and you look at Matson, he's not the stolen base stereotypical guy. He's a big guy. You think, oh, he's not going to run. He runs pretty well, though. And for Matson, that's his 4th stolen base of the year. Which leads the team, by the way. Interesting trivia. Impress your friends and neighbors. No balls, 1 strike here to Jackson. Runner on first is McGuigan. Busters with 1 run in. Still trailed by 2 here in the second. Pitch on the way now from Richter. He is a little high. Busters would love to beat these guys one more time. Beat them here on our opening day here. Started the season on the road, and then opening day here we beat them. That's the only loss for them thus far. Let's make it 2. Inside out swing, got a good cut on it, just a little late. Was Omar Jackson. And 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Buster center fielder. So Matson led off the inning. Got walked. He ended up coming around to score. And Riley with the fly out to left. Stolen base for Matson. McGuigan. That one down third base line. They got to hurry to get Jackson. You're not going to be able to get him. They throw back to second. Still not going to be able to get the runner there. That's all you need. If he could do that every single time, I got to be batting 800. He's so fast. He's one of those guys that just needs to work on bunting and just those little hits like that. So 2 hits in a row here for the Busters. 4 hits in the game for your Hastings Sodbusters. And Cole Dawson comes up. Dawson, the RBI already in the game. 2 runners on, chance for him to bring in a couple. First pitch taken for a ball. It's a very small strike zone tonight. But it's been fair. It's been small for both sides. So McGuigan stands on second. Jackson on third. High chopper down third base line. That is foul. Dawson. You know that error still bothers him out there. He takes a lot of pride in his defense at shortstop. And that's one of those things you just got to kind of shake off and let it go. Don't worry about it. Okay, there was 3 other errors in the inning too. You weren't the only one. Happens. Now battle back and don't do it again, right? 1 ball, 1 strike coming up here to Cole Dawson. 2 runners on for the Busters. A run in this inning. High chopper again. That one hit off the plate and into the Buster dugout. Somebody one-handed it. Nice grab over there. 5-3 Fremont in the bottom of the second. 1 out here. Cole Dawson, Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Good ball player. I like this young man. Good hands, smart baseball player, and runs in the bloodlines with his dad being the coach at Arizona Tech. High leg kick from Fake. Stepping off the rubber is the pitcher, Richter. Chases McGuigan back. Jackson, who's from Arkansas Tech, stands on first base. Something to the gap. You could score 2 here easily. Hits it to short. They're going to try to go across to get Dawson, and they do. I'm not sure about that one. Webb backhands it in the hole. It's a nice throw across the diamond. Runners were able to advance, however. No argument from the Sodbuster dugout. It was close at first. But now there's 2 outs. So nice play there by Webb nonetheless. Braden Webb, the shortstop. Backhand in the hole by third and a long throw to get Dawson, who isn't slow. Trayton Koschel. Up to him to keep the inning alive. That one inside looked a little too far inside, but called a strike nonetheless. And a ball and a strike. Busters with run on the board would like to add some more, trailing here by 2. 2 runners on, chance to do that. Trayton Koschel. That one low. It's a ball and a strike. Jack Hammond due up next. Koschel had a single back in the first. So you've got McGuigan on second, Jackson on third, Jackson on second, high chopper first base side, and somebody one-hands it in the moon dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes, Trayton Koschel. 2 hits this inning for the Busters, 1 run in, 5-3 our score. Bottom of the second, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jack Richter trying to get out of the inning here. And that was a hot shot to third base side. Ooh, those little guys were standing there by the fence and hopefully didn't get anybody. It didn't. There's netting there, but that's still a hot shot. That netting can prevent that thing coming. Everybody's okay over there. So of the 3 runs, all of them earned against Richter. We'll do the 1-2 again. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Busters down by 2. That one back up the middle. That should retire the inning, and it does. Baskin on the play. So 2 hits, 1 run, and 2 left on base. Busters trail 5-3 at the end of 2. You're listening and watching Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. And now a message from Graham Tire.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball. Hey you, your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters.
Welcome back, Duncan Field. Sodbuster scraped together a run in the 2nd inning, still trail by 2, and this will be a very important inning here for Sodbusters and first starting pitcher Will Horton. Horton's defense fell apart behind him last inning, and then he allowed a couple hits and a couple walks and 4 errors, and so the defense is going to have to be solid. They're going to try to keep the Moo at bay here, and leading off the inning just like last inning was Luke White. They sent 9 men to the plate last inning. So after making the move 1-2-3, get right through him, Horton did in the first, had a hard time with him in the second. Again, his defense didn't help out the situation last inning. Josh Salmon with you, voice of Sodbuster Baseball. Nate Miller to my right, our tech guy. Steve Stein will join me tomorrow for the broadcast. He's doing the public address announcing here tonight. as he normally does, but sometimes he gets to jump over here and help out as well. He will tomorrow. Luke White back up there. As I said, always a tough out. He reached on an error to Dawson to lead off the second. That had some good movement on it, and it is a strike. Nice pitch. I like that one. From Horton. Third inning of work for him. 3 hits, 5 runs. And here's the weird thing. Only one of those earned. That pitch is a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Luke White. Saw a lot of him last year with Fremont. Too much of him. A ball and a strike coming up here from Horton. There's an off-speed pitch again. 78 on that one. Change of speeds. Nice job after previously throwing the fastball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Luke White. Moo lead 5-3. Top of the third from Duncan Field, and that one's called strike 3. Luke White didn't like it at all. He was frozen. 1 down. First strikeout of the game for either pitcher. Belongs in Luke White. That's a tough out. That's a good pitch by Will Horton. He had some really nice, good pitches there, mixing it up, mixing speeds. And Luke White was off balance. Here's Ryan Hayes. Catcher comes up. Reached on an error. He also committed an error in the game defensively. He threw down to try to get Madsen stealing third. He hit him in the back, and the ball rolled away, and Madsen was able to score. 0-1 here to Ryan Hayes. Working quickly this inning is Will Horton. As soon as I say that, he slows down. Wants to get a sign. There might have been a little miscommunication between him and McGuigan in the first inning. That went in there for a strike as well. 0-2 to Ryan Hayes. Fremont Moo, 11-1 coming into tonight. 10-game winning streak. Boy, we'd love to snap that. I'm sure everybody in the league would like us to snap that. That one inside-out swing and down the line foul. I'm not sure how he hit that thing. I thought I was going to hit him in the hands. Really far inside, and he dropped the hands in and turned the bat, but he fouled it down the third base side. Still 0-2. Just some other scores here as the night goes along in Expedition League play. Sioux Falls leading 4-0 at home against Pure Trappers. That's not good for us because they're only half a game ahead of us. No score in any of the other games right now. It has the Spearfish Sasquatch and Wheat City Whiskey Jacks listed at 12:05, but it's way past that, so I don't know what happened in that game. No scoring on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 down here for the Moo. They lead 5-3, top of the third. Ryan Hayes at the dish. Taylor Howell, the on-deck circle. Will Horton looking for a sign. Swung on and hit on third base line, and that is foul. So Horton does a great job striking out Luke White, mixing up the pitches. He's throwing a couple fastballs here. Let's see if he goes back to the breaking ball. It's 2-2. He's got a pitch he can mess around with. He's been changing speeds pretty good this inning. See what happens here. Here's the pitch. Swung. That one went 81, so no breaking ball on that one. Do it again at 2-2. Saturday night is the 9 innings of winning here at Duncan Field. All kinds of great things to give away. The Sodbusters won their home opener against the Moo 9-10 back on May 22nd. That was the first game of the year, excuse me. Moo won the second one. So 10-9. Busters won it here. I remember that game. Second game was 2-1. It was a crazy game too, but it was a pitcher's duel. The other second win coming for the Busters against Pure on May 26th, so they won that 23-9 marathon. Here's the 2-2, and fell off again. Staying alive, here's Ryan Hayes. So, and then the third win came Sunday night when Busters won 15-0. So as Steve said in the post-game show on Sunday night, that when we win big. 10 runs in the first win, 23 in the second, 15 in the third win. Hey, we'll take a win any way we can get it. Here's the 2-2 once again. Back up the middle. Off the mound. Dawson, though, right to his hands over to first. That worked out very well for the Busters as Will Horton thought maybe he kicked it out of the way, and it hit weird off of the mound and went right into Cole Dawson's hands. He was played perfectly, retiring Hayes after he fouled off a million pitches. 2 down here for the move, bringing up Taylor Howell. Yeah, if Dawson would have been about 3 feet either way, it might have been a tougher out. Just happened to be played perfectly the way it hit off. Sometimes you need a little break like that, right? Howell was walked his first time up. That one into left field. First pitch swinging there on a single, and he just can't get the third out this inning. Ryan Koski comes up. He singled his first time to left. So first pitch there by Howell was swinging, and he hit it right into left field on the ground. Koski at the moment batting .344 on the season. Ryan Koski does a good job for the Moo. He played here last year as well. Moo, the 2020 Expedition League champions, beating the Badland Big Sticks. Yes, it was an abbreviated season, but nonetheless, they were just that good. I don't think abbreviated season had anything to do with it. 0-1 count here. 2 outs, runner on first. Moo lead 5-3, top 3. Horton checks his run as the lefty comes set and delivers. That one foul off third base side. The guy was to set up a foul ball shop over there to make a killing on third base side. Hey, I saw a guy with a lemonade stand today. 90 degrees out. His 13-year-old kid in Grand Island had a lemonade stand set up. He was in the shade. I bought a glass. It was really good. Said he made some pretty good money today, so that's good. I don't see those too much anymore. That one down third base line. Riley catches it on a line drive and retires the side. So lining out is Koski. No runs, no 1 hit, and 1 left on base for the Moo. Busters coming up. They trail by 2. Bottom of the 3. It's 5-3 is our score. This is Sodbuster Baseball. A message from 5 Points Bank.
5 Points Bank has been your hometown bank for over 40 years, and now you can take us wherever you go. Mobile Deposit allows you to deposit checks from your smartphone or tablet with our free business banking app. And never pay for an ATM charge again with our MoneyPass app. It maps out ATMs near you that won't charge a fee because of its partnership with 5 Points Bank. We're here to serve you in person and online, and that's why we're the better bank.
Have you heard the latest in Sodbusters news? Hey, this is Josh Salmon, voice of Hastings Sodbusters Baseball, inviting you to check out the Sodcast, the official Sodbusters podcast. Each episode gets you up to date on team info, the latest news, player and coaches interviews, and more. Join Brian Frew and myself for the Sodcast all through the baseball season. The Sodcast is available for listening on Spotify for free. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball Inside Duncan Field with me, Josh Salmon, and co-owner Brian Frew. The Sodcast. Listen today.
There's another episode of the Sodcast up. Currently 3 available at your listening pleasures. Trying to do 1 a week. Josh Salmon back with you, voice Sodbuster Baseball. Nate Miller to my right. Busters, pretty good inning there from Will Horton as gives up the 1 hit, but he got the line out to third that he needed in Ian Riley. So Jack Hammond will lead things off, looking for his first hit of the night. He is 0 for 1. Hammond flew out to center field his first time up to Tyler Push. That one well outside from Richter. Richter starting his 3rd inning. So it'll be Hammond, Monroe, and Cafferty. 4, 5, 6 due up here for the Busters. Richter, 2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned, a walk. Hit a batter. Not a great performance. We need to capitalize on that. Nobody throwing for the Moo right now. High chopper down third base line. Hammond on his horse, and a good scoop at first, and they get him. Nice scoop at first by Howell. It wasn't a great throw from Callahan. But that's what first baseman's supposed to do, so ground out to third on that one. 0 for 2 is Hammond. Brings up Tyler Monroe. Monroe grounded out his first time. Monroe can play second base, shortstop. We've seen him pitch a little bit this season as well. Left-handed batter. Richter, fouled back to the net. There's some little leaguers here today. They got to go out on the field before the game and as with the players, which is always a cool thing, right? Probably get some autographs after the game. Check swing, and they appeal to first. No indication, so we're going to go with the ball. Ball and a strike. Tyler Monroe. JT Cafferty. Now you need to get something in this inning. You stop the move in the third, and you're down by 2. You got to get something going this inning because you know you're not going to hold them every inning. Not going to happen. 2 balls, a strike, 1 out. Pitcher waiting for a sign that he likes. Richter. Monroe takes a timeout. Now back in the box as the left-handed batter. Right-handed Richter. Sun shining in from his left. Shadows between home and pitcher. Inside-out swing, foul on the third base side. And 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Expedition League. Some other scores. Let's get you here. Sioux Falls still leading 4-0 at home against Pure Trappers. And strike 3 to Monroe. First strikeout of the afternoon for Joe Richter. 2 down for the Busters here in the third. But it brings up JT Cafferty. JT from Hastings. One of the local guys. Jacob Shaw also from Hastings. Jake Schroeder. You got your Grand Island guys as well. A lot of local flavor. Pitch called a delayed strike to Cafferty. This is an important inning for Buster Bats. You got to get something going, even with 2 outs. Like I said, you held the move in check last inning. That one called in strike and looked really, really inside. Cafferty agreed with me. Perhaps being a little generous on that one. 2 balls, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch on the way. That one hit into left field, right past the diving third baseman. JT Cafferty says, call that a strike. So his first hit. 5 hits for the Busters in the game, and a 2-out poke there to left field. Nice job by JT Cafferty. And that brings up Matson. Matson was walked in his first time up back in the second. That's advanced to second on a pass ball. Stole third, was beamed in the foot when he was steaming third with the ball. It went far enough to where he was able to score. So it was a very wacky at-bat for him. Not only leads the team in being hit by pitches, he also leads the team in stolen bases. You look at him, he's not your stereotypical stolen base guy. And then for a strike. The ball and the strike here. And strike zone changing a little bit this inning. Here's the 1-1. And that one called a strike as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 5-3 move. Bottom 3. Runner on first here. Working quickly is Joe Richter. That one hit deep to left field, and left fielder's not anywhere near that thing. Matson's going to have extra base hits. He was playing very shallow in left, coming all the way around third. And into scores, JT Cafferty, and standing up at second base with a double is Matson. Trevor Matson with the double, 2-out double. Koski was playing really shallow. The Moo always played very shallow in the outfield, and this time it bit him. So now Busters only trail by 1. That was a beautiful hit. You could tell Koski, the second was off the bat, he's like, uh-oh. So run scored there by JT Cafferty all the way around from first. And that brings up Ian Riley. Down on second base is the speedster Trevor Masson. That was really good. He was down 1-2 in the count. Got the pitch he wanted and just hammered that thing to left field, down the line. A little ways away from the line, but pretty close. The 1-0 coming up here to Riley, the third baseman. Flew out to left his first time up, and 2-0. 5-4, Fremont leads. Busters did put 1 on the board here. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. Got to keep nickel and diming, and you got to hold the moo. I know it's tougher than it sounds. That one to first. First baseman himself bobbles it. Howell throws back to first, though, and they do get him. Good second effort there by Howell, and a nice cover by Richter. We thought for sure that was going to be a base hit, but Richter got over there quickly. Howell recovered on the play, and they end up getting out of the inning. So on the paper, that just looks like a ground out to first base. But the Busters do get one run in this inning. It's 5-4. Fremont leads. Fourth inning coming up. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
Busters able to put one on the board in the bottom of the third. They've scored in every inning in this game. Let's see if they can keep the moo at bay. Will Horton back out there on the hill. And so coming up here for the moo, it'll be Baskin, Webb, and Push. 7-8-9, excuse me, the 8-9-1 hitters for the moo. Baskin had a single his first time up, 2 RBIs. Nobody on base here for him to lead off the fourth, and that one floats way outside from Horton. So there is some action in the Buster bullpen. Horton had a very good first. Things fell apart for him and for his defense in the second. Not too bad a third, allowing the one hit. That one hit to right field and slicing foul and out of play over by the dugout. So we'll do it again as Caffrey loses his hat out there in right field, but picks it up again. Can't tell you who's throwing right now in the bullpen, but 1-1 here to Baskin, the second baseman for the moo. That one hit between third and short, stopped by Dawson. Wow, what a play from his feet, but he can't get him out. I'm not sure how Dawson even came up with that thing. It went right past Riley. He was diving. Dawson got it, tried to get rid of it on a terrific play, but it ends up being a single nonetheless. And luckily, he didn't throw it away. The throw was right on the mark, too. He spun around on it. 2 hits for Baskin in the game. And that brings up Braden Webb. So that one hit back up the middle. Dawson to second, back to first. This could be a double play. No, it bobbled at second base, and they do get him anyways. Monroe had a hard time gripping the ball, but grounding into the double play is Braden Webb, and that's exactly the pitch Will Horton needed to make. First base coach discussing it with the umpire. So Tyler Push comes up. Back to top of the order here for the moo. Well, Horton, that was exactly what he needed, a ground ball. Nice play there by Dawson and Monroe with a double clutch, but able to get rid of the ball. Push does have an RBI, although he's 0 for 2. That one popped up first base side and out of play. So the Busters able to put one on the board last inning. They only trail by 1. 5-4. If they can hold them off here, the way the bats have been hitting this game, they could come back and take the lead once again. Let's see if Horton can get out of the inning. That one's got a great curveball. Didn't quite miss, though. Just missed. Didn't quite make it in there. 1-1 strike to Tyler Push, the center fielder, and it doesn't get any easier from here. You got Rasmussen, Callahan, White, Hayes, Howell, Koski. See if we can get out of it here. 1-1 down the line, and that's foul. 1-2. There's a right-hander that was warming up in the bullpen. Still there. He's just standing there now. There he is. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Will Horton trying to finish off the Moo here in the 4th inning. Gets a sign and delivers. Again, foul off by Tyler Push. That one on the first base side. Push, even though he's 0 for 2, still batting .310 on the season. Tells you how tough a batter he is. Good center fielder out there as well. For the Moo. Trying to figure out exactly what shade of orange those shirts are. I want to say fire orange. That one off the handle. Not a bad pitch there by Horton. He's a little upset with himself, but getting a piece of it is Push. It's almost generally orange. I'm leaning more towards construction orange, though. I'm sure there's a proper name for that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It shouldn't have to be black and white like the cows, right? Shouldn't they? The Moo, I would think. No? 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Horton, and it's upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Western Nebraska in town Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Hope you can make it out. Hey, Fremont here tomorrow as well if you want to come out then. Come out all weekend, hang out with us. Today you missed out on the cheap hot dogs. Chili dogs as well. The 2-2 gets him on the breaking ball, 66 miles an hour. Have a seat, Tyler Push. He's 0 for 3. Have a seat, Moo. Nice job by the Busters here in the 4th inning. So 1 hit, no runs, and nobody left on base at the end of 3.5. Sodbusters trail by 1. It's 5-4. We'll be right back. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
It's hot. Can we get some popsicles? A lot of popsicles.
Okay, sure.
Let's go to Sam's Club. We can get some popsicles there. Plus, check out the pools on sale.
Didn't Dad want to barbecue tonight?
With all those popsicles, we should get some paper towels, too.
Good idea, Mom.
I'll grab some chips. Sam's Club has something for every season.
Sam's Club, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Stop by before or after the game. For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Good inning there from Sodbusters and from Will Horton. And Sodbuster General Manager Scott Galusa joins me here in the booth. How's it going for you today, sir?
A little warm, but good. Beautiful night for baseball. One of the beauties of Duncan is all your the majority of your seats are in the shade by game time, so
Yeah.
it's not too bad in the shade.
Well, and it was only a 9-mile-an-hour wind, I think, when we started or something. So McGuigan comes up, and boy, he's really been hitting well lately. He's been playing good for us.
Yeah, we had a little discussion, made a couple little adjustments with him in terms of pitch selection, and just trying to play within. It's easier said than done, but not try to do too much and do what you do good. And there he goes, short to the ball and just quick, and another good contact by Justin.
Another hit for Justin McGuigan. His average jumps. Boy, he had a couple hits. He had 3 hits the other night on Sunday night and was off last night. And, boy, just really hitting the ball. I had a discussion with him after Sunday. What a nice young man he is. And he prides himself on his defense, not so much his hitting, but he's doing both pretty well.
Well, he's just got to understand what you're good at. And he's good at having good plate discipline and putting the fat of the bat on the ball. And he's done a good job of that tonight. And he's one of the team favorites. Everybody likes him. He's always helping everybody out.
Brings up Omar Jackson. Omar singled his first time up, and that one up here by us. Whoa, we don't get too many balls up here. A little youngster got it. Talk about the Busters doing, you allowed 5 runs. If it wasn't for the second inning, the things are going pretty well. Things kind of fell apart with 4 errors, a couple walks, a couple hits, but, they've bounced back, got some defensive plays, and, when you're only trailing the Moo by 1 in the 4th, that's not bad.
Well, we got 7 hits, and we're swinging the bat better, and the Moo is very, very good, and it was disappointing to see us not make a couple plays right after we got on top of them, and so unfortunately it got away from us a little bit. But our kids have done a good job at answering with 1 in the bottom of the 2nd, then 1 again in the bottom of the 3rd. So these kids are resilient, and I really love my team. We're feisty and we're irritating, is what I call them, and they do a good job of just hanging around and they know the one thing that I expect, although I do expect to win and want to win, I do expect to work hard and play hard all the time, and that's something I know we're going to get night in, night out.
Last night's Fremont won the game 4-1, and it was 4-0 going into the ninth. But they got a hit. We battled back and got a run in, and only struck out 4 times. And when that's actually, they have nothing to bow their heads about. That's a good score against a tough Moo, and the guys didn't give up.
Yeah, they didn't. They kept fighting, and we had good at bats last night. We only had 5 hits. We had 5 or 6 atom balls, and really the one, if you watched or listened to the game last night, the hard hit ground ball down the third base line probably is a double at Duncan Field. But the slow grass at Moeller in Fremont, it ended up being a double play. And if that goes our way, it's a different ball game. So Fremont's really good. There's no doubt about that. They're experienced, they're big, they're strong. But we've competed with them night in and night out, and it's just too bad that we had to play them so many times early in the season because it's hard to get a little momentum when every time you turn around you got the Fremont move.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Jackson here. Runner on first is McGuigan. He singled a moment ago. Busters with 7 hits against starter Joe Richter. And that one, make that 8 as that one goes into right field. Jackson really starting to find his groove, and we need him on the base pass. He is fast as a deer.
He is fast. I called. I talked to a couple of people. I still want to see him and Casey Burnham run side by side.
I'm working on that.
Omar's fast, but my money's still on Casey. I've never seen anybody faster from first to anywhere than Casey Burnham, and we know Casey. Shout out to Casey. We know he's rehabbing a hamstring, and hopefully he's back healthy sooner than later. Once a sod buster, always a sod buster, and he makes me pay attention to Kansas baseball. He's my guy. So
Cole Dawson up now with 2 runners on, shows a bunt and fouls it back. And I like what the Busters are doing here with Madsen earlier going to second on the pass ball. Then they gave him third, and they took it back from him to second. It's like, you know what? I'm just going to steal third. And guess who leads the team in stolen bases this year? Trevor Madsen, the big guy.
Well, you know, he's just a good base runner.
Right.
And base runners.
He's smart, yeah.
Yeah, it's smart, and you've got to anticipate, and he does a good job in anticipating. And, those are things that, again, come with experience. Trevor's one of our guys that are a little bit older. He's a graduate transfer, and he knows baseball, and he's a great leader for us. And it was really nice to see him barrel one up because he's been hitting the ball hard lately and not a lot to show for it. So it was nice to get a big double for us there and get us 1 run closer.
Well, Namu always plays shallow in the outfield, and that time it paid. So look at Koski's back a little farther now and left. Here is the 1-1 coming up to Cole Dawson, runner on first and second for the Busters. Chance to do some more here.
Well, Cole's had really good at bats once he's got comfortable. Took a couple games to be comfortable, and he's done a fantastic job for us. He's a coach's kid. Don't have to ask him anything twice. He just works hard and does his job.
Lefty warming up in the bullpen for the Moo. Richter kicks and delivers, showing bunt, and getting it down is Dawson. That's a good one. And it goes a sacrifice bunt, moving the guys over, and that kid will do anything you ask him to do.
Our best hitter, and yet he's not above doing his job, bunting and getting over. And what I love to say in the dugout right now is he did his job, now you do yours. And so all we need here is a ground ball to get it tied up in a new game, and hopefully we'll get a hit. But in the same sense, we got a chance here to get back in it.
Shea Bennett taking a trip to the mound out there. We've timed him once at 12 seconds. It takes him to get from the dugout
I think I
to
probably
the mound.
said this to you before. I talked to Shea. Shea's a good friend of mine over the last couple years. We've competed a lot against one another when I was coaching, and then obviously I'm here too. He said he practiced that a long time. That's just his thing, to walk out there real slow, and he does it. I told him I could walk slow at a different reason, but he laughed and giggled. But hey, I just want to quickly, my mom and dad are always watching or listening. I just want to take a shout out to my mom and dad, Jack and Cindy. They're usually watching our broadcast. I don't get to see them as much as I want to in the summer because of this crazy thing that I call a job. I'm from Lincoln, so they're watching us in Lincoln, and usually watch us every night. They like watching the Royals, and it's usually back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
Awesome. Very good. We'll talk about Saturday here in a moment as pitching meeting is over and Trayton Kozel comes up. Trayton stepping into the box here. 2 runners on. Buster's chance to take the lead here against Richter, who hasn't had a great outing, and now an inside-out swing. Not bad, just a little late there is Trayton. Saturday, 9 innings of winning. Traeger Grill, lottery tickets, season tickets to the Busters, Garth Brooks tickets. You ought to be 19 or older to win, but a lot of great stuff going on Saturday.
We got Kansas City Royals tickets, Crown Vision tickets right behind home plate.
Yeah.
You got access to the bar with that. We got a 55-inch TV from Sam's Club. So there's good gifts to be had. So we're excited. We we had lots of sponsors step up and help us out a little bit. We've paid for some of this stuff too, so the raffle is going to be pretty fun Saturday
Sure.
night. We're excited to bring in Western Nebraska for us, and so we'll see. It'll be exciting to see anybody other than the purple and orange. I'm tired of seeing them. They're my friends. They're good guys, and it's a great baseball team. But I'm ready to see somebody else.
Yeah, and they're ready to see somebody else too, I'm sure. The 1-2 coming up here too. Colesville just swung a moment ago on a slider and miss. Jackson stands on second base, and you've got McGuigan led off the inning with a single, standing on third. One down here. Busters trail 5-4. Pitch on the way coming up from Richter. And they went up high, laying off of his Trayton Colesville 2-2.
Both Shay and Chad have been very complimentary to us and how hard we play, and we're pesky, and they're tired of seeing us too. And we have the number 2 pitching staff in the league, and that's pretty impressive since we've played Fremont the whole time. And our pitchers have just done a great job, and if our hitters keep catching up, we're going to be in good shape.
That one just missed. And finally a call goes our way. 3-2 to Colesville. That's a tough one to lay off of on the breaking ball, but nice job there.
Good at bat here. Hopefully he can win it for us. Not try to do too much. Stay up the middle, go the other way, see if we can get a run, get it tied at least.
Infield all back except for third base. Callahan playing a little shallow on the grass, or on the infield turf, if you will. Taking the walk is Colesville, loads the bases for Jack Hammond, who is due, by the way, 0 for 2 coming in, and we know this kid can hit. 0 for 2 won't last long in this game.
Yep, good at bat, and good at bat for Colesville, and they're loaded now, and this is one of those situations, Fish, that we just need to get a big hit. We haven't got one of these against Fremont yet, really, this year. We've had opportunities in really all 8 games to win those games, and we've been close in a lot. Just need that big hit.
8 hits given up by Moo pitching, and Joe Richter, I should say. The first pitch in there for a strike to Jack Hammond. So the guys had that meeting with you on Sunday, and the managers, and they really came out and won 15-0. You know, they lost yesterday 4-1, but still played well, playing good today, and I think they're getting the idea.
Yeah, we just had a little bit of expectations meeting, and you know, one thing I'm very proud of is anything that I put my name to, we're going to do it the right way. We're going to play hard, and we're going to be respectful, and we're going to do all those things. And I just didn't think we saw that. Our kids were a little bit better at stuff that I didn't think was important. And so I said, hey, let's do what our coaches are telling us to do. Let's have good at bats. Let's compete every time out and make this Hastings area and our fan base proud of those guys wearing those Sodbuster uniforms.
Probably the last batter here for Richter. We'll see what happens. Bases loaded, only one down. The 1-2 coming up here to Jack Hammond. Big chance for Busters to take a lead again here. And that's a chopper down third base. Callahan is going to come home, gets the one out, and that's the only one they do. And so bases loaded, and they'll just trade places, 2 down.
Yeah, well, he did a good job. Had to get that ball in play, and he did. He knew that, and so he did everything he could to get it. Just a little bit unfortunate. Happened to be right at a fielder. Good play by them.
Yeah,
here comes the lefty.
Callahan was playing in, and so now they're going to go to the bullpen and make a switch, and that'll be it either way for Richter. So we'll have a pitching change coming up here, and he'll inherit the bases loaded. Still 5-4 our score. We'll be back as the Moo have a pitching change here in the 4th inning, which is a good thing, by the way. And this is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. Now a word from Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning.
Time out. Smith, we only need one more out. Do you think you have enough energy?
I'm exhausted, and it's hot out here. I'm thinking about enjoying that nice, cool air conditioning I have at home.
Oh yeah, you've talked about Ruts Heating and AC, the #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska for over 45 years.
Yeah, now, I have enough for one more batter, Coach.
Smith, go finish this thing so we can all go home and cool off. Visit rutsheatingandair.com.
All right, so Jaden Payne comes in, and Jaden Payne wears the number 20, left-hander. This is his 3rd appearance, all been out of the bullpen, 4 innings pitched. His ERA is 0. Batting average against him is 133. He's given up 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, been very effective with a 1-0 record for the Moo, but hopefully those things will change as he gets a couple right-handed batters coming up here, and Tyler Monroe will actually take that back. Tyler Monroe's a left-handed batter. Then we'll have a right-hand with Cafferty and Matson.
He's going to be tough on lefties. You can see he's on the third base side of the rubber, but he slides way over and slings it sort of half.
Kind of a sidearm guy.
Yeah, kind of a sidearm guy. Not quite underhand type look, but more than 3/4. So that ball is going to be hard to pick up for Tyler, but he can stay on it, and all he needs to do is punch one through here.
Well, McGuigan led off the inning, and he just got out going to home a moment ago. But then you have Omar Jackson who's still on the base path. Trayton Kozel on the bases as well. And then the fielder's choice a moment ago from Hammond. He stands on first. Busters would like to get at least a couple in here with opportunities they have had. 5-4, and they've been doing a good job besides that second inning to hold the move. Look at all the zeros on the board there for Fremont. The first, the second, and the third. And look at all the numbers for Hastings. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and threatening here in the fourth.
Absolutely, and 8 hits against Fremont pitching is good.
And we're only in the fourth.
And only in the fourth.
That's
had some good at-bats and working hard. We just, again, we need to come back to that big hit. The difference in several games we've had with Fremont are 2-out hits. They've got them, we haven't. So hopefully we can get one through and get our luck going back the other direction.
We'll see what the lefty-lefty matchup can do here with Tyler Monroe. He's due. Struck out his last time up, grounded out the first time up. Bases loaded against Payne. Jaden Payne from Omaha. Cloud County Community College. Inside-out swing to short and bobbled it at shortstop. That's an error. That's going to score at least one. Here comes another run. Usually shortstop out there is a different person, but Webb tonight's having a hard time, and Busters take the lead 6-4.
Hey, we'll take it. That ball was hit hard. When he hit it, I thought it was up the middle, kind of tailed, had a chance to make the play, but finally we got a little bit of a break, and that's what we're going to need. Continue to extend now.
So Omar Jackson scores there, and you also have Trayton Kozel scoring on that one.
Yep.
So runners on the corners here, and it brings up JT Cafferty. And you said when he goes back to college, he's going to work on playing the outfield. So you guys got him in the outfield tonight, and
yeah,
had a singles last time.
He's gonna catch some for us still occasionally, but Western Nebraska Community College has told us that they think he's going to be a first baseman, right fielder. So we're going to play him in both those spots as well, and he's a good enough athlete to do so.
So Payne comes into the game and gets a little pain himself by having some defense fall apart behind him. Busters take the lead now 6-5 on 2 runs.
Come on, JT.
Only 2 hits this inning. Runners on the corners. Chance for more. Inside-out swing there. Fouls off first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes to JT. Happy to have him back here in Hastings. The crowd loves this kid here.
Yep, and hey, our thoughts and prayers are with the Cafferty family. JT's been gone for a handful of days. Lost his grandmother, so we want them to know if they're listening or watching that our thoughts are with them too in this difficult time. But we're sure glad to have big number 24 back.
Definitely. She's just watching him from another place now, up above, and happy to have him back. But yeah, all the best to the Cafferty family. The 1-2 coming up here. 2 strikes. Payne on relief, and that one not a great swing. Got it off the handles on JT Cafferty, and we'll do 1 and 2 again. So Buster's able to put 2 together on, and that was a huge error by Webb. He took his eyes off the ball for a minute and just kind of didn't put all the effort into it. Right off his glove, and 2 runs were able to score, and he had some pretty quick guys on the base path.
It did. It looked like he took his eye off it right at the second. You can see his head turn just a little bit, and that happens. I mean, it's if it was an easy game, we'd all play. But instead, there's a whole bunch of people watching out here because we got the guys that can do it out there.
1 and 2 coming up again to Cafferty. Good at bat here. Busters leading 5-6 now, or 6-5 here in the fourth. And a chance to get more, and a walk. Oh, they called strike 3 on that one. I'm not sure about that. That was way inside. Throw down the first to complete the play and get out of the inning, but not too sure on that one. But nonetheless, Busters leave 2 on base. They do score 2 on 2 hits, and they now lead 5-6. 6-5, and coming back, a word from the Nebraska Lottery. Busters leading it here in the 5th. You sticking around? All right, Scott will stick around.
My husband and I love to live in Nebraska.
It's the good life.
We always vacation here.
Love those Nebraska state parks.
We love to eat here.
Where are you going to get a better steak?
And we love to play here, especially Nebraska Pick 5 from the Nebraska Lottery. It has a $50,000 starting jackpot, drawing 7 days a week, and all the proceeds go back to our state.
Hey, honey, this weekend, let's buy some Nebraska Pick 5 tickets, go to a state park, and grill some steaks.
Like our first date.
I'm no amateur.
Top prize odds 1 in 501,000.
So Will Horton comes back out. He's got a lead now, and 5-6 is your lead with Josh Salmon, Scott Galusha up here in the booth, Nate Miller to my right hand. Horton out there.
Well, our plan was we thought that if we could get Horton through 4 or 5, we'd be in good shape. So he's got to be pretty close to the end of the rope, but we're going to try to get him through 5. And then look for Shaw and Sanders and Bigham and probably one of the lefties in there as well to finish this out.
You'll get 2, 3, 4 here due up for Fremont, Rasmussen, Callahan, and White. We appreciate you guys tuning in on the YouTube or on the Mixler. And I was talking to Manny Herrera before the game, and his parents are in Panama City, and they watch on YouTube all the time. So big shout out to the Herrera family.
Yeah, he's such a great kid.
Oh, he's awesome.
He works, I would say that it takes a lot to put these games on with our great staff, Trevor and Murphy and Nate and Jason Frew.
Sure.
Are the kind of and you and Steve as well. There's sort of the nuts and bolts. But I tell you what, if there's a person on this team that works harder than Manny Herrera, I haven't seen it yet. He works. He's always running. He's always working. He's just always trying to get better at his craft. And like a lot of these guys, he has a goal to play Division I baseball at some point. And in order to get there, you got to do a lot of work. And he surely puts that work in.
1-0 pitch coming up here to Rasmussen. Horton outside 2-0. And I was talking to him when he goes to York College, and he says the interview I just did with him before the game is the first interview he's ever done here. So I felt privileged to have the first interview of that. We'll put that on the Sodcast next week, too.
One of my favorite, you have little memories as the season goes and things you remember. And Manny Herrera is one of them. In that last inning when we were up 10-7, and he was starting to lose it a little bit, I went out there and talked to him. And, Manny, he can speak English, but it's not great. And I just said, Manny, best pitch. And he looked at me and smiled. And I said, best pitch. Don't worry about it. Best pitch. Have fun. Smile. And he did. And the one thing when that game got over, obviously it was an exciting play to end it. But the smile on Manny's face when he came off the field there is something I'll never forget. And that's kind of why I do this. You get to know these kids. And it's just really fun to get to know them as people and young men, and they all have goals, and we're just hopefully one step for them reaching those goals.
Opposite field hit there for Rasmussen on the left-handed batter, and that brings up Austin Callahan, who's been playing very well for Fremont. Luke White due back up here as well. Manny says his favorite player of all time, of course, Mariano Rivera, also from same place. So there you go.
That makes sense completely.
No kidding.
Hey, shout out for Mr. Callahan. He just over the weekend, he wasn't with Fremont. He was at a tryout for the Reds.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a good player. Obviously, all the physical tools are there. He's an impressive young man, and had an opportunity for a tryout for the Reds for this upcoming draft, and that'd be neat to see somebody get drafted out of this league.
No kidding. That would be cool.
Hopefully we'll have somebody from our team get drafted too. I think Shea will. So we'll see what happens.
Timeout called there by Wagner. He's going to come out and talk to his pitcher. And it was fun listening to the Huskers, and the good run they had, with Griffin Everett. And the season he put together this year for the Huskers was awesome. And he's such a good guy. I got to know Griffin pretty good last year. His parents listened all the time. And it was just interesting to see him out there with the Huskers. And he did so good for the Sodbusters that, it really – he took what he learned here and used it on the field, and it really helped him out. E-Fry, a part of that as well. Shea,
Absolutely.
Those guys. Trey Kessick always.
I'll tell you, during the fourth inning of our championship game the other night, I sent a text to those four guys and said, hey, it's the top of the fourth. I'm watching. I can't cheer any harder. So proud to know you guys. And that was pretty cool. But even better was when that game was over, guess what? I got responses from all four of them. And one thing I always end those text messages with to all my old players that we talk to, I always end it with always family, and they like that, and it's pretty fun. And once you play for me, once you're family, I tell that to my employees as well, and I think it's just a special. I just like the family aspect of it, and those guys are. I look at them and it's extra kids of mine.
Very cool, and that was nice that they got back to you as well. Well, Jake Shaw comes into the game from Hastings, of course. He's been doing some good things with his bat, but now he needs to do it with his arm. This is his fifth appearance, all out of the bullpen, 7.1 inning pitched. His ERA is only 1.22. His batting average against is 2.40, 10 strikeouts. He's been having a really good season, and, we used him as DH Sunday night, and he did great there. He's been doing good with the arm and the bat. It's just a really good Sodbuster season thus far for Shaw.
Yep. Again, he represents Hastings and the Sodbusters really well. Always, they're not quite sure if they're going to make him a hitter or a pitcher. If you tell him he's a pitcher, he's going to want to hit. If you tell him he's a hitter, he wants to pitch. That's just the kind of kid he is. He works hard for us. He's got a really good, really very good breaking ball, and his fastball is hard enough to make his breaking ball look really good. And he's done a really good job for us in in pressure situations, get him in there, and hopefully he can get us out of this little bit of a jam.
So he will inherit, he will get Luke White to lead things off for him. Luke, a tough hitter, a lot of extra base hits. He's one of those big guys that run decently as well, but this time for the Moo.
I think this is his first day, too. I think he got in for them yesterday, I think. And so he was at the game last night but didn't play, and we knew he was going to be in the lineup today.
Couldn't you have waited a couple days? I mean, that would have been the nice thing to do.
That's okay. Luke's a good guy. He's played at Hastings a lot. He's been around a long time, and he's a good player, and just another big strapping Fremont Moo player.
All right, so you got two guys on here. You have Rasmussen standing on second, Callahan on first, Luke White up, no outs. Jacob Shaw in the game. The official line for Will Horton's 4 innings pitched, 6 hits, 5 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 21 batters faced. Here's Jacob Shaw versus Luke White. Busters lead it 6-5. Scored every inning thus far, trying to get out of his little situation here. And you got one of your better arms out there. Strike 1 to Luke White.
Good start. They'll get me over breaking ball. Well, Luke's a big, strong guy, but he's also a double play candidate. If we can get him to roll over a ground ball, should have an opportunity to throw 2.
Yeah,
not slow by any means, but he's a big guy.
Big hole on the left side between short and third as Riley's playing closer to the bag. Dawson playing closer to second base with the runner on second. And stepping out is Luke White. Wants to regroup here. Train goes by Dawson Field, part of the ambiance. Western Nebraska coming to town Friday, Saturday, Sunday after we wrap up with Fremont tomorrow, and lots of great times here in our own division with all the Nebraska teams. It's our Nebraska week this week, and it's fun to see Western Nebraska all the time as well, and especially since they're not as good as they were a couple of years ago.
Well, it doesn't,
It's fun to see them either.
Yeah, it's nice to bring somebody in.
Sure.
And we have some teams that are fairly close for travel reasons. Gehring, at least in our league, is geographically fairly close, and Sioux Falls now is going, so we got another team that's pretty close.
There's the 1-1 to Luke White down the third base line, but foul. It's going to go 1-2. Good pitch there from Jacob Shaw, and that's the only time the Pioneers are coming here this weekend. We'll see them again the following week in Gehring. But Trevor Matson used to be a Pioneer, and so some of his old mates on there, and we'll see how they fare.
Yeah, he's excited to see them too. It's just real fun with Trevor. He called me and said he wanted to come play for us. He liked what the Sodbusters did and how we treat people. And not that everybody treats people good, but we're proud of what we do here in Hastings, and we were excited to get Trevor, and Trevor's been a good leader for us.
Luke White struck out last time up. He's 0 for 2 actually on the game. Reached on errors first time. Jacob Shaw's 1-2 offering. Hit a 1.5 mile high. That thing's going to bring rain out there to left field. Kozel fighting the sun. Got it. And runners will tag up. Throw to third isn't bad. Just a little off the bag. Nice backup there by Shaw. As Kozel gets knocked into by the runner, he is down and back up. So between him and Matt Rodriguez is taking a beating out there at second base this season too.
Yeah, he's trying to grab it and tag. He's got his back to the runner, and he just tried to spin and tag him, and he just kind of slid right up his backside. So I think he's going to be fine. Just a little shook up.
Drayton Kozel, nice play out there in left field. That sun at Duncan Field can be horrible on a left fielder. Grant Schmidt can attest to that. He was one of the best out there in left, got used to it. But that was a very nice play for Drayton Kozel. And there's one down here, but runners in second and third.
Grant Schmidt is one of my favorite people that I got to know because of the Sodbusters. And, people like to talk about how good a hitter Grant was, and Grant was an exceptional hitter. But what you forget is he was, for a big guy, he was a fantastic fielder out there and just did a great job out there patrolling left field for us.
And you know what? Kids loved him, and he loved them. I mean, he would always do autographs and talk to them, and he always had time for media and for fans.
Yep, he's still playing baseball. He's up at Hayes. He's internship. He's going to be a nurse, so he's working there, and he's playing part-time for the Hayes Larks up there.
Awesome.
And so he's getting a little baseball in. I'm not sure how much. But getting some baseball in, but he's working towards that next step of his life, and that's something we're proud of. Again, we love good baseball players, but you got to be a great kid first, and Grant Schmidt's a great example of that.
2-0 here to Hayes, the catcher. Runners on second and third, 1 out. Jacob Shaw back to him. He checks the runners, throws over to first. That's a great pitch and a huge out right there, and 2 down for the move.
Good job getting in on his hands and field his position well, and got a chance to get out of this. Again, we're back to that same situation we just talked about. Fish 2 out finishing. We were able to get a run on a break, and we've got to avoid the 2 out hit from them. And there's a big at bat here in the game.
Look at the 3, 4, 5 hitters here in the game. 1 hit between those guys for the Moo. That's huge. Right now it brings up Taylor Howell. This guy's been on base twice. He's a tough out as well. A walk and a single. Runners on second and third here. And Jacob Shaw in relief of Will Horton doing a good job. If we can get out of this inning here. Buster's still leading 6-5. That one fell off to my right. 0-1.
Yep, strike one is your friend. That's what I say as a pitching coach for 30-some years. And best pitch in the game is strike one. And that's something we preach. And Luke does the same thing as he handles our pitchers. And he's doing a really good job and starting to define some roles now that we've got the majority of our roster here. Not them all yet, but we got the majority of them here.
Well, and I like when I talked to Luke the first time, he says, I'm going to make mistakes. I mean, he coaches, but he's a human being. And he says, but you're going to make mistakes. And so let's all learn together. We'll learn from those mistakes, and we'll capitalize on them. And so I thought that was interesting.
We're trying to teach all these players to get better. And this is an opportunity for young coaches to experience things at a different level. And so it's my job to sort of teach them a little bit too. And so we had a couple of those meetings after they were both thrown out, as we were talking a couple nights ago. And those are things that we don't want to do very often. I've been thrown out also, not very often, but I've been thrown out before. And believe me, it's not for a lack of trying. But there's times you should do that, and there's times that you shouldn't. And the one thing that young coaches always have to learn is you got to be a leader first. And
the 0-2
Attaway Shaw.
Jacob Shaw gets out of it, and the Moo leaves 2 on base. Scott Galusha, as always, thank you for coming up.
Hey, thanks, Fish. Have a good one, and go Busters.
All right, Busters lead 6-5. Nice relief effort there by Shaw, striking out the batter Howell to get out of the inning. And good guys coming up here again in the bottom of the 5th. This is Sodbuster Baseball. We'll be right back. We'll take a word from Graham Tire.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball. Hey, you. Your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters.
Jacob Shaw in relief does a great job getting out of a sticky situation with the Moo, and they leave 2 runners on base. 4 left on base for Fremont here in the game. Busters still lead at 6-5. Josh Salmon back with you. Nate Miller to my right as we get set for the bottom of the 5th inning and see if Sodbusters can tack some more on. They've scored every inning in the game so far. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth. And Trevor Matson, who's had a big night already, is due up. Matson has walked. He's stolen a base, scored, hit that huge double with 2 outs last inning. He is due up here to lead things off for the Busters. And the sidearmer Payne still out there. Went way outside for ball 1. It'll be 7-8-9 here for the Busters. Matson, Riley, McGuigan. In those 3 guys, 3 of the 8 hits. 2-0 here to Matson. 6 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors for the Busters. 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Moo. Here's the 2-0. And Payne's 2-0 offering is called a strike. Scott said he starts on the left side, the third base side of the rubber, and then comes back across his body, and he's sidearm, and that's really hard to see when you're a batter. It's hard to watch the ball at the release point. Here's the 2-1. And a check swing, swing there from Matson. Foul off on the first base side. Trevor hits himself in the helmet. Trevor Matson up there. Average is up to 268 here. Can play first, can play third. Does a good job at both of them. I think he's a little more comfortable over at first base. And the way Ewan Riley usually handles the corner, why not leave him over there? Here's the 3-2 coming up from Payne. Inside strike 3 called on that inside corner. Madsen walks off. That's one that's been consistently called. It's not a great call, but it's been consistently called in the last couple innings. And frozen is Madsen, 1 down. So the strikeout is from Payne, is the second for him. Ian Riley, mentioned a moment ago at third base, is up to bat. Ian flown out and grounded out. He's due lefty versus lefty. That one, a number to second base. And there's 2 down. That's a tough one when you hit it off the handle. Not much you can do with it. Baskin was on top of it. Quickly 2 out. So Justin McGuigan, 2 hits in the game for him, both singles. Last inning it came with, let's see, last inning, I think there was 1 out when he was up last inning. Riley's 0 for 3. Payne came on relief of Richter. Richter went 3 2/3, gave up 8 hits, 6 runs, 4 of those earned, 2 walks, and a strikeout. 22 batters faced. It's 2-0 here to Justin McGuigan. McGuigan should get on back to the top of the order to Omar Jackson. He's got 2 hits as well. McGuigan with 2. Pitch right down Burlington, and therefore a strike, 80 miles an hour. Jaden Payne. I've never known a guy that throws sidearm. I wonder how their arm feels by the end of the night. Be interesting to talk to somebody. 2-1 count coming up, and now 2-2. McGuigan didn't like that one at all, and frankly, neither did I. Just when you thought your strike zone was getting consistent, it's not. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Buster still leads 6-5. Bottom 5. That one way high and outside. No doubt on that one. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Busters lead 6-5 in the 5th. Here's Payne's pitch. Back up the middle. Again, another hit from McGuigan. Somebody get this guy a bucket of water. He's on fire. 2-out hit again from McGuigan. And McGuigan is now batting .409 on the season. That only makes a good cleaner. It makes a great batting average. Omar Jackson, speaking of finding his groove thing, he is up now as well. Been on base 3 times tonight. Hit by pitch, 2 singles. Stolen base for him. Pitch on the way, lefty versus lefty. Throw down to first. It's a high throw and runner back. So McGuigan on first. 2 down. Buster still lead by 1. Justin McGuigan, not a huge stolen base threat. Has none on the season. Jackson fouls that one off. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Omar Jackson. Omar joined the team not too long ago. He's from Mansfield, Texas. I'm pretty sure his parents are watching or listening. Thanks for that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ooh, that one up by his face. He said, I've already shaved today. Thank you very much. 2-1 count here to the center fielder. Omar Jackson, runner on first. Buster still up by 1. 2 outs. That one hit to second base. No, it hits the runner, and that's an out. That's one of those odd things where McGuigan, nothing you can do about it. It happens so rarely. It's like a Halley's Comet. And so getting gypped out of the hit there is Omar Jackson. Now the inning are the Busters, but they still lead 6-5. 6th inning coming up. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. A word from 5 Points Bank.
5 Points Bank has been your hometown bank for over 40 years, and now you can take us wherever you go. Mobile Deposit allows you to deposit checks from your smartphone or tablet with our free business banking app. And never pay for an ATM charge again with our MoneyPass app. It maps out ATMs near you that won't charge a fee because of its partnership with 5 Points Bank. We're here to serve you in person and online, and that's why we're the better bank.
Have you heard the latest in Sodbusters news? Hey, this is Josh Salmon, voice of Hastings Sodbusters Baseball, inviting you to check out the Sodcast, the official Sodbusters podcast. Each episode gets you up to date on team info, the latest news, player and coaches interviews, and more. Join Brian Frew and myself for the Sodcast all through the baseball season. The Sodcast is available for listening on Spotify for free. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball Insides Inside Duncan Field with me, Josh Salmon, and co-owner Brian Frew. The Sodcast. Listen today.
Well, kind of an odd way to end the inning is the ball hits the runner going to second, so that is an automatic out. And that's one of those freak things you don't see very, very often. But it happened, and you got to take it with a grain of salt. It just happened to be the third out as well, which is the worst part of that whole scenario. Jacob Shaw back out there. He was great in relief in the first the inning when he came in back in the fifth, as he went the one inning and struck out a batter, got out of a situation with some runners on, left two on base for Shaw. He will see the 7, 8, 9 hitters here due up for the Moo, Koski, Baskin, and Webbs. Take a look at the scoreboard from the Expedition League. Get you some updated scores from all over. And Source Valley now leading Badland Big Sticks 4-0 at Badlands. That one in the bottom of the third. Western Nebraska is hosting Casper Horseheads. They're tied 1-1. Top of the seventh, Pierre Trappers have battled back after trailing 4-0. They're now tied 4-4 with Sioux Falls in Sioux Falls. And no score with Mining City and Canyon County. Spearfish and Wheat City, not sure what happened there. They were supposed to play at 12:30 or 12 o'clock today, and there's no score. So ball one there to Ryan Koski. Koski has singled to left, lined out the third base to end the inning last inning. Josh Salmon with you, voice of Sodbuster Baseball. Nate Miller to my right. Steve Stein will join me tomorrow on the broadcast. Fremont's here for one more tomorrow. Boy, we'd like to get the W here. Everybody in the league is cheering for Sodbusters right now to beat the Moo. It's not that 10-game winning streak. Leading here in the sixth. 6-5. As we know, no lead is safe, though, with the Fremont Moo. Here's the 1-1 offering coming up to Jacob Shaw. And fooled on that one and just be able to barely get a piece of it is Ryan Koski. Koski back with the Moo again this year after a successful 2020 campaign. He's from Kearney, not too far down the road. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs. Busters lead 6-5. Top 6. Pitch from Shaw. Good placement. Koski not biting. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Austin Baskin, who has 2 hits, due up next. Outfield playing deep. Here's the 2-2. Slapped on and foul out of play. A lot of foul balls at Duncan Field. As you got to be careful where you park when you come in here. There's a I park clear back in the very last stall by the team bus. So far, I have my windshield still intact. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here. 6-5, Busters lead, Moo up. Here's the pitch from Shaw, inside. Ooh, that's the same one he called twice last inning on us. This one misses for a ball. If that one missed, it missed by a very small eyelash. We had 2 batters strike out on that one last inning, but I digress. Here's the 3-2 from Shaw. I'd say go back there again. And that one hit into left center field, and that is a hit for Koski. He's rounding first, and Trayton Kozel with a good arm gets it back in. Koski held to a single. So one call behind the dish can make a difference. Should have been strike, and instead he gets a single. Second time tonight that the Moo leadoff hitter has been on base. First hit given up by Jacob Shaw. It is the 7th hit by Moo offense. Brings up Austin Baskin, 2 hits for him tonight. Runner on first. Shaw's pitch is a ball. Again, rotating strike zone. That one was close as well. I think that one was actually a ball, but the one before I still think was a strike. Shaw battling the sun in his eyes right now as the shadows are creeping over on the first base side onto the field. He knows all about that. He played Legion ball here, high school baseball here. Too many people know what the shadows do here at Duncan Field more than Jacob Shaw. Played here for many years at different levels. 5 baseball teams play baseball here. There's 2 Legion teams, Hastings High And then you have Hastings College as well, the Broncos, and now the Sodbusters. So gets a lot of use. That's why I decided to do the turf a couple years back. It was a lot of wear and tear on the grass and a lot of, maintaining the dirt and chalk lines, and the entire infield is turf. It looks like dirt. Even the pitcher's mound is turf. The outfield is real grass. There is a warning track way out there if you go. That's a turf. 1-2 coming up here from Shaw to Baskin. Hits a short. Dawson back to first. They got to hurry, and they get him. The 6-4-3 double play. I really like the combination up the middle with Dawson and Monroe. Another ground out into a double play. But that's 2 of those tonight. And there's 2 down. That's a great pitch from Shaw to get that ground ball. Braden Webb, the shortstop, comes up. Webb is 1 of 2. He grounded into the other double play back in the 4th. It's a pitch from Shaw. That went in there for a strike. Busters lead. Last inning was the first inning they hadn't scored. 6-5 our score. Top 6. One misses. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, excuse me, and 1 ball, okay, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I thought maybe that was going to get the call, but it didn't. Brandon Webb recently joined the team, Fremont Moo. Here's the 2-1. Popped up. Matson underneath it at first. Keeping his eye on the ball. Good hands over there and makes the play, gets out of it. So 1 hit and no runs, nobody left on base, no errors. At the end of 5.5, Busters lead at 6-5. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field.
Visitors Bureau is the perfect place to start your Hastings experience. A place where you'll meet artists, shopkeepers, and storytellers while you stroll through downtown shops, beautiful parks, and historic housing districts. Whether you're a traveler, meeting planner, or a new resident, the Adams County Visitors Bureau is excited to help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Get details at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
Jaden Payne back out there for the Fremont Moo. Josh Salmon with you here from Duncan Field. Nate Miller to my right. Our tech guy, good pitching there by Shaw. Got induced the double play, got out of it, and got the next batter to pop up. And so they have kept the Moo scoreless the entire game except for that 2nd inning. A lot of zeros out there for the Moo, and we like that. And we're out hitting them as well, and out errors, but we don't want to talk about that. So Cole Dawson comes up for the Busters. RBI single back in the 1st, grounded out, and sack bunt since then. Well, Van Halen bumper music for Cole. Loves playing here, loves the game of baseball, and he has got all kinds of talent. 4:06 he's batting at the moment. Takes first pitch for a ball. Jaden Payne, pitcher, the side armor back out there again. Came in relief back in the 4th of Richter, who's the pitcher of record, by the way. That one hit too short, backhanded by Webb in the hole. Ground play, and they call him safe. Beats it out. It was a tough play for Webb. I'm not sure how to take that Webb guy because we've had some good plays from him and a bad play from him. But it was a slow roller. It was a double bouncer over to first, and Dawson beat it out. So a single for Dawson, his 2nd hit, and leadoff man is aboard here for the Busters. 3rd time leadoff hitter's been on for Hastings. That brings up Trayton Kozel. Kozel's been on base twice. He's walked, he's singled, and he's grounded out. Shows bunt, pulls back, takes a strike. Oh, and 1 coming up here from Payne. That one just misses an outside corner. We might have got away with one there. That didn't look too bad. Oh, they did call a strike. Well, they put a strike on the board. I don't know if he actually called a strike. It was a delayed call. It says 0-2 on the scoreboard, so we'll go with that. Payne's pitch coming up. And that one upstairs, 1-2. Buster's leading Fremont here in the 7th. Excuse me, bottom of the 6th. Take that back. I'm looking at the wrong thing here. And that one just misses as well, 2-2. Oh, it is 3-1. They have the scoreboard wrong. New scoreboard guy tonight. They're fixing it. I was right the first time. Why am I doubting myself? Swung on and missed on that one, and now it's 3-2. I think he just rolls off the table on the curveball there from Payne. So after tomorrow's game, the Moo return back home to host Pierre for 3 games. And a walk drawn there by Trayton Kozel. So 2 on here for the Busters, no outs in the 6th. Nobody throwing in the bullpen for Fremont at the moment. Jack Hammond comes up. Hammond is due. He's 0 for 3. It's a good time. Let's add some bonus runs. As we know, no lead is safe against Fremont. Dawson on second. Kozel on first. Pitch, 75 miles an hour. Misses for a ball. I looked for Jack before the game for my pregame interview, and I could not find him. I waited a while, and I don't know where he was, but I could not find him. He was hiding from me. Probably saw me with my microphone and took off. See if I can grab him tomorrow. I've wanted to have him on for the pregame for a little while. He might have been getting changed or something. Who knows? 2 on here. No outs. 2-0 count. Chopper down third base. Third baseman tags it. Throws across the diamond. And gets the double play. So that's the unconventional double play. The 5-3 double play. Not what you wanted to do if you're the Busters, but still have a runner on second base with 2 outs. So 0 for 4 is Hammond. Tyler Monroe comes up. He has not had a hit either. 3 guys in the Busters lineup has not had hits. Riley, Hammond, who just was up, and Monroe. Everybody else has at least 1. Chance to change that right here with Tyler Monroe. Reached on error his last time up. Struck out and grounded out. Strike 1 there to Tyler Monroe. Sawbusters put 2 on in the board in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth. Didn't score in the 5th. Runner on here in the 6th. That one inside. It's no balls and a strike. Excuse me, 1 ball and a strike. One more game tomorrow. This is the 3-game 2-stadium series as Fremont won last night 4-1 in Fremont. Everybody comes down here tonight and plays tonight and tomorrow here in Hastings. 1-2 to Tyler Monroe. Seats available for you to come out tomorrow. And I'm surprised John Brooks is not out for this game tonight. He's a season ticket holder, my former broadcasting teacher from CCC. Usually see him here, not here tonight. Well, I'm sure we'll see him tomorrow, though. Here's the 1-2, runner on second, 2 outs. That one way inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Tyler Monroe, getting the start at second base tonight. Dawson led off the inning with a single. He stands on second. Kozel walked, but then Hammond hit into the 5-3 double play, and that's where we stand right now. That one back up the middle, right to Payne's glove. Over to first, and eases his own pain by leaving a runner on base. 1 hit, no runs, and 1 left on. And at the end of 6, it's Sodbuster 6, Fremont 5. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field.
It's hot. Can we get some popsicles? A lot of popsicles.
Okay, sure.
Let's go to Sam's Club. We can get some popsicles there, plus check out the pools on sale.
Didn't Dad want to barbecue tonight?
With all those popsicles, we should get some paper towels, too.
Good idea, Mom.
I'll grab some chips. Sam's Club has something for every season.
Sam's Club, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Stop by before or after the game. For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings, a proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Josh Salmon back with you from Duncan Field. Nate Miller to my right. Steve Stein will join me tomorrow here on the broadcast. Buster still leads 6-5. Top of the 7th inning. Love to see out here, especially Saturday, is a 9 innings of winning. So if you're 19 and older, a chance for you to win some lots of great prizes, including a Traeger grill, some lottery tickets. There's a big screen TV, tickets to Garth Brooks are given away, Royals tickets, and this is to the Crown Club as well at Royals. Oh yeah, the Crown Club behind home. Oh man, season tickets to Sodbusters. Lots of great prizes. 9 inning winnings going on. Thanks to all of our sponsors. We'll see you out here Saturday night. First pitch 6:35 as the Western Nebraska Pioneers are in town. Jacob Shaw back out there for the Busters. They will face 1, 2, 3 for Fremont. Push, Rasmussen, and Callahan. And Push shows bunt and takes a strike. Tyler Push 0 for 3. Center fielder here for the Moo as lights turn on here at Duncan Field. They're working their way up to turning on full. Here's Shaw's 0-1 offering. Foul off first base side, 0-2. Jacobs come out and throws strikes out of the bullpen. He's been very good for us. A couple hits the other night against Wheat City. He got to play the DH. He was begging Chandler Wagner. He's like, look, I want a hit. And he's like, all right, I'll let you try. And he got a couple hits. And he did real good. Scored some runs. And that 15-0 blowout at Wheat City, against Wheat City here. That was a fun game Sunday night. Here is the 0-2. And up the middle. Dawson grabs it, though, and bobbles it a second and can't get rid of it. That's one of those plays where your mind's thinking, get rid of it, and your hands are thinking, you know, let's keep it here, and you just can't do the same thing. So 5th error in the game for the Busters, 2 on Cole Dawson. First error, though, since the 2nd inning. They had 4 errors in that 2nd inning. 5 in the game for the Busters. Yeah, that's just your mind getting too far ahead of you. Austin Rasmussen comes up. He's got 2 singles and a ground out in the game. The Sodcast, the official podcast of the Hastings Sodbuster Baseball, available on all major platforms. Listen today. 3 episodes on there. Try to update those weekly. Myself and Brian Frew. Duncan Field, 408 to center. 370 to left, 367 to right, 405 to the power alleys. Austin Rasmussen, 0-1 coming up. Runner throws over to first, runner's back. On the Sodcast this week, Brian and I talked about host families and how important they are to having a baseball team. You got a place for these guys to stay, and it kind of gives them the feel of home without being actually at home. And every player I've talked to this year just loves the host family, thinks it's a really cool deal. Pitch misses, ball 1. 1-1 strike to Rasmussen. We'll take a look at the scoreboard here in a moment again. Started the game at 90 degrees here in Hastings, 88 now. Winds at 8 miles per hour is all. Very cool night, nice night for baseball here in Duncan. Run over the outside corner, nice breaking pitch there from Jacob Shaw. Good job changing the speeds there. The old lane changer, as they call it. 1-2 strikes. Move the runner on first. They scored 5 in the second, haven't scored since. Lots of zeros up there, and that's a good thing. There's the 1-2. That one down third base line and just foul. Inside out swing there. Didn't quite work for Rasmussen. Rasmussen, the right fielder. Augie from Blair, Nebraska, goes to Iowa Western, Nebraska. Almost did it 5'11", 190. Left-handed batter. Leading off of first is Koski. Here's the 1-2 offering coming up from Hastings' own Jacob Shaw. And he steps off the rubber. Shaw wants to regroup, and he does. Fans love their Hastings guys, their Grand Island guys, Kearney guys here. Outfield playing pretty much straight away. Jackson a little bit to the right center field side. Swing and a miss. And have a seat. Augie Rasmussen. Another strikeout for Jacob Shaw. For Shaw, that gives him 2 strikeouts in the game. For the Moon, that gives him 1 out here in the inning. Brings up Austin Callahan. 1 for 2. Callahan has popped out, grounded out, and singled. Chopper into right field. Nothing you can do about that one. That's a hit. Right fielder bobbles it, though. Cafferty having a hard time with that one. Ate him up out there, so runner gets to go from first to third. Is another error. That makes 6 now. 2 in the inning. When it rains, it pours. 4 in the second inning, open things up. And now 2 here in the 7th. Should have been a routine ground ball. I mean, it was an out. I mean, it was a hit either way. So runners on the corner, but now you have runners on first and third instead of first and second. That one inside, and that's the one that's been called consistently against us, but it's a ball here for Luke White. 0 for 3, but we know what he's capable of. So Shaw, defense not helping him behind him. 2 errors this inning, one from Dawson and one from Cafferty a moment ago. That one in there for a strike. Ryan Hayes due up next. There is 1 out. See if Jacob can pitch his way out of here. There's a lefty warming up in the bullpen. Looks like perhaps Chris Mazzini is over there. Talked to Mazzini the other night. Last time he pitched, he hurt something. And I asked him how he's doing. He says good. It was his left foot, which is his push-off foot. His knee was bothering him. But he says he feels good now. 2 balls and a strike to Luke White. Runners on first and third. 1 out here for the move. They trail by 1. It's 6-5 Busters. And that one a little low. Jacob Shaw very carefully pitching around Luke White. He's a tough out. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Koski led off the inning. He stands on first base. Austin Callahan reached on an error. He stands on first base, Koski's on third. And there for a strike, it's 2-2. Tyler Push reached on an error earlier in the game as well. 3-2 coming up here, 1 out. See if they send the runner off at first. And Callahan. They do. He gets a huge jump. That one's fouled off. Nothing but calisthenics. He'll go back and do it again. Thought they might send him there. Good crowd on hand here. Wednesday Night Baseball from Duncan Field, Hastings, Nebraska. Appreciate you tuning in. Josh Salmon with you. Broadcast copyright Hastings Sodbuster Baseball 2021. 3 ball, 2 strike, 1 out count coming up here. See if the runner goes again. And he does. Shaw's pitch popped up in the infield. Shaw, who's going to get it? You want your first baseman usually call off. Matson does call off the pitcher. And there's 2 down. It was a weird play in the Husker game last week where the pitcher got the ball and fell back on his back and made the catch. It's one of those things you're like, don't hurt your guy getting a pop fly. So very rarely do you ever see Luke White go 0 for 4, but he did. He has. So Ryan Hayes comes up, the catcher. He's 1 of 3. We'll have stranded 4 on base tonight. Chance to strand a couple more here would be nice. Busters leading 6-5 in the 7th inning. Appreciate you tuning in on the YouTube or on the Mixler radio. A lot of the parents are listening. 0-1 coming up here to Ryan Hayes, Jacob Shaw. His 3rd inning of work. That one hit a mile high. Dawson underneath it. Left fielder running as well. Dawson calls off everybody and makes the catch and retires the side, and they leave 2 on base. So the defense hurt a little bit, but Jacob Shaw fist bumping his teammates, and he gets out of it. Busters still lead after 6.5, 6-5. They're coming up bottom of the seventh inning stretch here from Duncan Field. This is Sodbuster baseball, and a word from Rutz.
Time out. Smith, we only need one more out. Do you think you have enough energy?
I'm exhausted and it's hot out here. I'm thinking about enjoying that nice, cool air conditioning I have at home.
Oh yeah, you've talked about Rutz Heating and AC, the #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska for over 45 years.
Yeah, now. I have enough for one more batter, Coach.
Smith, go finish this thing so we can all go home and cool off. Visit RutzHeatingandAir.com.
My husband and I love to live in Nebraska.
It's the good life.
We always vacation here.
Love those Nebraska state parks.
We love to eat here.
Where are you going to get a better steak?
And we love to play here, especially Nebraska Pick 5 from the Nebraska Lottery. It has a $50,000 starting jackpot, drawing 7 days a week, and all the proceeds go back to our state.
Hey, honey, this weekend, let's buy some Nebraska Pick 5 tickets, go to a state park, and grill some steaks.
Like our first date.
I'm no amateur.
Top prize odds 1 in 501,000.
New pitcher coming up for Fremont, third of the night. This will be Brendan Jones. Josh Salmon back with you. Nate Miller to my right as Busters leading 6-5 here on Fremont. Gets you some numbers here on Jones momentarily. Busters will send Cafferty, Matson, and Riley. Got a little bit of a sticky situation last inning, but again, Jacob Shaw gets the pitches he needs and gets out of it. And Move don't score once again. And so we'll get some numbers here for you on Jones. Brandon Jones. This is his third appearance. He's pitched 4.2 innings. Has no win-loss record. A 5.78 ERA. Has allowed 3 earned runs, 2 walks, struck out 8. Batting average against him is .455. Let's keep that going, right? Move back again tomorrow as well for the third game of the series. Western Nebraska in for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Appreciate you guys tuning in, whether it be the Mixler or the YouTube. I'm Josh Salmon. Steve Stein will join me tomorrow as well. Busters have 6 runs, 10 hits, 6 errors. 5 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors. J.D. Cafferty leading things off. Cafferty, Matson, Riley. Sounds like a law office here for the Busters. Against Brandon Jones. Busters scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and haven't scored since. Good pitching by Jaden Payne. Got him out of a couple situations for the move. But the sidearm left-hander's out of here. And now a righty in. It's 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. JT Cafferty. Gotta wonder how much longer he'll leave Shaw in. Busters could really use a run here. And there's a hit to get things going. That's the right start. Again, the leadoff hitter on here for the Busters. 3rd inning in a row. And 2nd hit of the night for Cafferty. He's 2 for 4. Trevor Matson comes up. 1 of 2 tonight with a walk. Stolen a base. Using the outfield as his music, even though he's an infielder. The band, the outfield. Matson takes the first one up high, 70 miles an hour on Brendan Jones' arm. Cafferty stands on first base. Matson at the dish. Trying to move him along. That one way outside. Nice catch there by the catcher, Hayes. Not Willie Mays Hayes. Just Hayes. Jones pitch coming up to Matson. 2 balls, no strikes. Short lead for Cafferty at first. He's not going anywhere. Matson got a hold of that thing deep to left. Left fielder's going to be under it, though. And it's 370 to the wall. That thing probably went about 360. 355 maybe. It was a Big smile on his face nonetheless for Trevor Matson on a flyout. He had a big double out there last time, and Koski's been playing deeper ever since. True story. He clobbered that thing. You don't see too many homers here in Duncan Field, and that continues, but that was still a shot off his bat. There's almost no wind whatsoever. That was just muscle out there, but just a glamorous fly ball, and there's one out. Ian Riley comes up, left-handed batter versus right-hander Jones. Going over the outside corner. Nope, misses for a ball. I thought maybe that was a strike. Jones came in the game with a .455 batting average against him. Probably went up a little bit there with the single moment ago from Cafferty. Going from the stretches, the righty versus the lefty. Ian Riley. That one low. 2-0 here. You know, Busters lost 4-1 last night to Fremont, but they only struck out 4 times. They battled. It was 4-0 in the ninth. They battled back for a run. Had some good at bats. Nothing to hang your head on that one when you only hold the mood of 4 runs. A 3-run difference. Set him up on the outside corner. They go inside. That one popped up. Right fielder playing very shallow by second. Who's going to collide? Nobody gets it. It falls down, and they throw it to second to get the out anyways. So the second baseman was out there, Baskin. Rasmussen says, I got it, I got it. Baskin says, I got it. Nobody got it. It fell down. But in the meantime, the base runner, J.G. Cafferty's like, well, do I go? Do I not go? Nothing you could do on that one. And they get the out. So fielder's choice. It's an odd fielder's choice. Not going to make the highlight reel. Rasmussen probably should have backed off and let the right fielder have that one. He was backpedaling and really didn't have a good angle at it as Rasmussen was running in. So it brings up McGuigan. He's done nothing but hit the ball tonight. 3 hits for McGuigan, 3 for 3, the 9th place hitter. I talked to him tonight, Sunday night, about the game there. He had a couple hits in that one as well. And I said, talked about his defense. He says, yeah, I'm more known for my defense. And then he's just been hitting the ball like crazy ever since. Here comes a kid up the aisle here with all kinds of snacks. I'm hoping he's sharing those with his family. He's going to drop the pretzel there. He's got pretzel and cheese sliding off the plate. Another pretzel. 2 or 3 Gatorades. His hands are full. I hope he's going to share those. 1-1 coming up here to McGuigan. Matson leading off first. Or excuse me, Riley leading off first. Riley's got one of the oven mitts. You don't see those too much in this league. The old oven mitts they wear when they slide into the bases. It keeps their fingers together. It keeps your fingers from getting caught and breaking a finger. They actually work really well. They just look like oven mitts. First person I saw in the major leagues that had them, and he probably wasn't the first person ever, but the first one I ever saw was Whit Merrifield of the Kansas City Royals had one. And there's a lot of guys that do them now. Here's the 1-2 coming up from Jones. Runner goes. Swung on and missed. And strike 3. Doesn't matter if the runner goes because that is the 3rd strike for strikeout for Brendan Jones. He gets out of it, and the Busters leave 1 on base. So 6-7 runners left on base tonight by the Sodbusters, and 5-6 left on for the Moo. But Sodbusters still lead at 6-5 at the end of 7. 8th inning coming up. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball. Hey you. Your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters.
New pitcher out there for the Hastings Sodbusters. So the night is done for Jacob Shaw, and what a night it was been. A good night for Jacob Shaw. Chris Mazzini comes in. Shaw's numbers, 3 innings, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. 8th inning, Buster still leads 6-5, as they have since the 4th. Josh Salmon Up here, Nate Miller to my right doing the tech guy. Thanks for watching on YouTube and for running the Mixler. Watching on Mixler as well, or listening on there, I should say. Thanks to all of our sponsors as well. We'd like to see you out here at the ballpark. If you can make it out tomorrow against Fremont. 6:35, first pitch, these two, and then Western Nebraska comes into town Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for 3. And the Busters have a little time off, take a day off, I believe, and then come back and face off. On Monday they are, they're off on Monday, and then they head back to Fremont Tuesday, Wednesday, off on Thursday, then head to Gehring for Western Nebraska Friday, Saturday, Sunday next weekend there. Then they're off Monday, Tuesday, the 22nd. There's only 2 home games after this weekend stand left in June. Only 2 home games. That's the 23rd and 24th, and the 24th is a doubleheader. All 3 of those games against Source Valley. So Chris Mazzini enters the game, the lefty. Last time he pitched, he left the game with an injury. It was his knee on his push-off foot, but he said he's been doing good. They've been resting him. From Parker, Colorado, nice young man. He will face Howell, Koski, and Baskin. Do it for the move. Taylor Howell, the first baseman, been on base twice tonight. Make that 3 times as he gets a single. First pitch swinging on that one. We've seen that a lot from the Moo tonight, and it's been pretty effective when they go first pitch swinging. Very aggressive are the Moo. 3rd time they've had a leadoff hitter on base. They scored 5 in the second, haven't scored since. They do have 9 hits, though. But you look at that second inning, they only had 2 hits in that one. Take that back, 3 hits in that inning. Koski shows the bunt. Matson grabs it, tags the runner. Nice play there by Matson. Mazzini was at the bag, but I don't know if they would have got him otherwise. The only play was to tag him. Tagged him, and he ran out of bounds on the tag. Trevor Matson does a good job over there at first. Runner does advance. So it goes Austin Baskin coming up, the second baseman who had the odd play last inning. I got it, you got it type play. But ended up getting the lead runner to second because they both dropped it and the runner didn't know where to go. I hear the drum guy. The drum guy is here. I need to talk to the drum guy sometime. I never talked to the drum guy. Runner on second. Mazzini on the hill. Kicks and delivers. The lefty's pitches up high at 82 miles an hour. Ball 1. Busters have had 6 errors in the game, so that actually be a really good game for them against Fremont. That 1 inning is the blemish. The second inning where things fell apart. 4 errors in that inning, 2 walks, a couple hits, 3 hits to be exact. And that's the difference in the game. 2 balls and no strikes for Austin Baskin, second baseman. Hastings leads 6-5 over Fremont right now. Top of the 8th. Going way up high. Mazzini upset with himself on that one. And he goes to 3-0. So Howell stands on second base. He led off the inning with a single. Was sacrificed bunted over by Koski. So here is Mazzini's pitch, lefty to the righty batter. And Baskin takes it on the outside corner for strike 1. 3 balls and a strike. Austin Baskin is the beer batter, so everybody wants their discount, but he's been hitting the ball pretty good tonight. He's got 2 singles. He did ground into a double play last time. If they get the strikeout, they get the discount. Here's the 3-1 from Mazzini, and swung on and missed on that one, 85. The old Linda Ronstadt fastball blew by you. Well, John Brooks is here. He's just up here on the mezzanine. I was surprised that he wasn't here. It was hot to start the game, so he wanted some shade. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Mazzini trying to strike out the batter who's down 0-3 on this batter. Does get him to strike out. Nice battle back there from Chris Mazzini. And there's 2 down. He was down 3-0, battled back, and struck out Baskin. And so the Hastings fans are happy with their beer batter there. And it brings up Brandon Webb, the shortstop. 0 for 2 with a walk. For Braden Webb, excuse me, I said Brandon, I think. Webb is from Prosper, Texas. Goes to Memphis. Runner on second, 2 down. And then with 81, throwing consistently right around the 81 mark is Koski, or is Mazzini. That one a little high. Moo trailing 6-5. Down to the last 4 outs. High chopper. Ian Riley takes his time over to first, and they get him, and they leave another one on base. Chris Mazzini gives up the single and then gets out of it. So Busters lead 6-5. Bottom of the 8th coming up. See if they can add to it. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. And we'll hear a word from 5 Points Bank.
5 Points Bank has been proudly serving the Tri-City area for decades, and we are continuously finding ways to make your banking experience easy and enjoyable. We offer the best of both worlds with kind and welcoming employees in the bank while creating a strong online presence to accommodate your busy lifestyle. Our innovative technology adds layers of security while being easily accessible to all age groups. Stop into the Better Bank to learn more today.
Have you heard the latest in Sodbusters news? Hey, this is Josh Salmon, voice of Hastings Sodbusters Baseball, inviting you to check out the Sodcast, the official Sodbusters podcast. Each episode gets you up to date on team info, the latest news, player and coaches interviews, and more. Join Brian Frew and myself for the Sodcast all through the baseball season. The Sodcast is available for listening on Spotify for free. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball Inside Duncan Field with me, Josh Salmon, and co-owner Brian Frew. The Sodcast. Listen today.
Chris Mazzini allowed the 1 hit, then got out of it. Some good pitching, timely defense, and Busters are 6 outs away, actually 3 outs away technically, from beating the Moo and handing them their second loss. But first they're up to bat. They have 6 outs of offense for them. And so we have another pitcher now out here for Fremont, and Stephen Boyd. We saw him a bunch last year. Saw him once this year as well from Buckeye, Arizona. Goes to Midland University. So Boyd, the 4th pitcher of the night for Fremont. He'll see the top of the order for Hastings. Jackson, Dawson, and Kozel. Busters haven't scored since the 4th. They put 2 on in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. Haven't scored since, but Fremont did all their scoring in the 2nd and 0's up there otherwise. 6 hits for the Hastings Sodbusters. 6 runs on 11 hits, 6 errors, but still lead the game. Fremont 5 runs, 9 hits, and 3 errors. Josh Salmon with you, voice of Sodbuster Baseball. Here comes Omar Jackson. Omar's got 2 hits. He's been hit by a pitch, and last time he was up, the runner interfered from first base in the inning for him. It was an interesting play as Justin McGuigan was up there. He was running from first to second, and Jackson hit the ball, and it bounced him right up and hit McGuigan. I mean, it's an automatic out, nothing you do about it. It happens very rarely, but that's the way the inning ended for him. So it kind of just screwed him out of a hit, and he got the Busters out of the inning, too, which was the worst part. It was the 3rd out. 2-0 here to Jackson from Boyd. Stephen Boyd. 6'2", 215 they got him listed as. That one outside, and 3-0. Really could use a run here. 6-5 is never safe with Fremont. Boyd kicks and delivers. Here's the 3-0 offering. Taking all the way is Jackson. Omar working on his skills. He said he wants to get better in every aspect of the game. Converted this past season from an infielder to an outfielder at Arizona Tech. And ball 4. Excuse me, Arkansas Tech. I said Arizona. Nate caught me there. So Cole Dawson comes up. He's got 2 hits, 2 singles, a sac bunt, a ground out. Jackson can move on the bases. Already has a stolen base today. Not going on that one. Showing bunt is Dawson again. Interesting move. Your best hitter statistically bunted last time for the sacrifice bunt. Shows bunt again this time. So he will draw the infield in at least at third as Callahan moves in. So Dawson officially is 2 for 4. Sacrifice bunt doesn't count as an at-bat. Jackson doesn't go. And that one is in there for a delayed strike. It's hard to steal when you're left-handed left-handed pitcher's on the mound because he's looking right at you at first base. I'm trying to remember a situation where I had that. I'm sure I did at some point, but I don't remember it. But it is tough when the guy's looking at you. To steal. Not impossible, just tougher. That one hit to right center field. It's a looper. Is it going to be caught? And no, it's going to fall in front of the right fielder, Rasmussen. It was right between Webb and Rasmussen. Nobody could get to it, and so it didn't have to do much. Just tap it in there, and he did. Third hit of the game for Cole Dawson. 2 runners on here for the Busters. No outs in the 8th. So Trayton Colesel comes up. Colesel has 1 hit. He's walked twice. 3 for 4 is Dawson. He stands on first. Omar on base 4 times tonight. He stands on second. Buster still leads 6-5 here in the 8th. No outs against Boyd. Showing bunt and taking back the bat is Colesel. Brings the runners in. I like what Chandler Wagner's doing here. Drawing in the defense a little bit to open those gaps. See, that's what he did last time. He had Cole Dawson show bunt. It brought in the infield a little bit, and then he put the little looper out to right field, so it paid off. 1 ball, no strikes. Stephen Boyd, 4th pitcher of the night for Fremont. They trail 6-5. Colesel this time gets the bunt down. It is back to Boyd. The lefty has to spin and move. Can't get him. It ends up being a base hit. That's a tough play for a lefty. The ball was going down the third base side. The third baseman had no play. He had to cover the bag. The pitcher had to get it, do a 180 and throw from a left-hander. Right-hander, he would have been out. So instead of a sacrifice bunt, it ends up being a base hit for Colesel. His 2nd hit of the night. Bases loaded here for Jack Hammond. And I know I've been saying it, but Hammond is due. 0 for 4 in tonight's game is Hammond. Just hoping to get something going. Hammond 1 for 4 in last night's game. And there it is right there. I called it. He needed a hit. There's 1 run in. Jackson's coming. Here's another play. Dawson to the plate. And he is safe. Busters score 2 on it. Nice base running. Jackson and Dawson on their horses. I'm going to put that in a single with 2 RBIs, and he advances second on the throw for Hammond. That's his 1st hit of the night. And it brings up Tyler Monroe. Still runners on second and third, no outs. Busters busting out the bats. 3 hits, 2 runs. Now 8-5 lead. Still no outs here in the 8th inning. Tyler Monroe comes up. He's the only, I take that back, him and Riley are the only 2 starters without a hit. Hammond was also in that until the last pitch. Strike. Didn't take Hammond long. He took the first pitch he liked and hit it into left field. Something going on with the catcher's hand there. I think he's bleeding or something. So we'll check over his boo-boo on the first base side. So Omar Jackson led off the inning with a walk. Cole Dawson had a single. Trayton Colesel bunted for a single. And then Jack Hammond knocked in Dawson and Jackson a moment ago. So you have Colesel standing on third and Hammond standing on second. Catcher Hayes is something dealing with his thumb there. Duncan Field, rich history, Duncan Field. The dimensions here, 408 to center. 367 to right, 370 to left, and 405 to the power alleys. Make it one of the biggest fields in the country, bigger than Coors Field as well. Here's the 0-1 coming up now from Jones as the catcher got everything resolved there, and that one misses inside for a ball. Tyler has reached on an error, otherwise grounded out twice and struck out once. Busters with 2 runs on 2 hits this inning. 2 runs on 3 hits this inning. I got so excited I wrote it in the wrong inning column here. 8th inning, they lead 8-5. Down over the outside corner, and I think it did just clip the corner. Busters have 13 hits. They have 6 errors in the game and lead it. 4 of those errors coming in the 2nd inning, 2 last inning. Infield very far in. Outfield very far in. And Monroe checks his life insurance policy as that almost takes his head off. Somewhere there's a little lizard winking at him like, hey, I got your back, man. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 runners on, 2 runs in. Stephen Boyd, the 4th pitcher of the day for the Moo. Foul tip and caught by the catcher. And down goes Monroe for a strikeout. First out of the inning, first strikeout for Boyd as Bennett's going to come out and talk to his pitcher. As Shea Bennett has somebody warming in the bullpen, but I don't think he's going to make the change here. And it took him only 10 seconds this time to get out there instead of the 12. He ran out. Game 3 tomorrow. Boy, Busters could really use this W. This would be a huge moral victory. And huge victory nonetheless. The whole league's cheering for Hastings right now to beat Fremont. Their 10-game losing streak. 8-5. You need more. You need more. 8th inning. 1 out. Brings up J.T. Cafferty. JT's got 2 hits. Starting right fielder tonight. Kozel on 3rd. Hammond on 2nd. Hammond had the 2 RBI double a moment ago. Infield very far in. Stop anything hit to the infield. They're probably going to throw it home first to get the out with only 1 out. Outfield very shallow as well, except for left field Koski. He's learned his lesson tonight, playing a little deeper in left. Push shallow in center. Very shallow in right field is Rasmussen. 1-0 coming up here from Stephen Boyd. Lefty versus righty. Cafferty the righty. And that one way upstairs and high and outside and everything else. Nowhere near the strike zone. 2 on here, 2 in for the Busters. Only 1 out. 3 hits this inning here in the 8th. They lead 8-5 this Hastings. Boyd kicks and delivers. Has a hard time finding the plate. We've seen this guy in the past, and he's been very, very good. Not so much this time. 3 balls, no strikes. Matson up next. He's chomping at the bit to get up there. Koski remembers all about him. He's hit out to him twice. One time over his head for the double, and the other time took about 360 last time up. Here is the 3-0, and that one fouled straight back. Swinging at 3-0 was Cafferty. It's a pretty good pitch to swing at, though. If you're going to swing at 3-0, I guess swinging a good one, and he did. A little late on that one. So I went straight back. 2 runners on here for the Busters. Kozel on 3rd. Hammond on 2nd. 2 runs in. 3 hits this inning. Swung on and missed on that one. That thing just rolled off the table, that curveball. I do remember that about Boyd. He's always had a good off-speed pitch. From last year, we saw these guys so much I got to know their players almost as good as ours. Here's the 3-2 coming up, battling back. Here's Boyd. Cafferty looking to get some more insurance runs here for Hastings. Slapped on that one, just staying alive. And we'll do the 3-2 again. So Omar Jackson walked. Dawson, Kozel, Hammond all singled. Jackson and Dawson have scored. Kozel and Hammond on 3rd and 2nd respectively. Here's the 3-2 coming up to J.T. Cafferty. And ball 4. It's a walk. 2nd walk of the inning. Given up here by Boyd. And nobody even going in the bullpen for Fremont. Don't see anybody. Nope. Nobody going there. Buster's got somebody warming up over there. Base is loaded now for Trevor Matson. Matson hit the crud out of the ball last time, about 360. There was no wind, and Koski scoots back. knowing that Matson's already burned him once tonight. That went in a delayed strike, which was clearly not a strike. Only one out here. Busters lead 8-5 in the 8th. Stephen Boyd versus Trevor Matson. 1-1. Matson walked in the first, stole third base. After a pass ball got him to second, and the next pitch he stole third. He was hit by the ball trying to steal third. It rolled away. He scored. He hit that long double to left field. That went outside. Struck out in the 5th. Flew out in the left field, which was, like I said, 360 feet or so on a shot. 2-1 here now to Matson. Ian Riley due up next. Ducks full of Sodbusters. Anfield in at first. Matson, inside out swing, fouls it off first base side. It goes to 2-2. So they were in last time, but with bases loaded, the infield scoots back, outfield scoots back, except for Rasmussen, still shallow in right field. The scoreboard is in play in right field. There was a situation one time last year where that came into play. It's in front of the brick wall. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Just fouled off, just getting a piece of it there is Trevor Matson. Ian Riley due up next. Busters have 8 runs on 13 hits, 6 errors. Fremont has 5 runs on 9 hits and 3 errors. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Game number 2 of the 3-game series. The first game was in Fremont last night. They won 4-1. Busters leading this one 8-5. Up front, or you can get the trucker hat with the H on the front. Also the new lids, the Hastings Tribune ones are pretty sweet looking too. Here's the 2-2. Swung and missed, blew the fastball by him. That was a good pitch by Boyd. Second strikeout of the inning and second out of the inning for Hastings. So, brings up Ian Riley. Ian is due. He is 0 for 4. Fielder's choice, ground out, and fly out for him. Colesville, Hammond, and Cafferty on base here. Lefty versus lefty. Sodbusters trying to add. They already got 2 runs in this inning, and a little check swing down the third base line is foul. Excuse me, swing there is. Didn't even get a full swing to Ian Riley. 8-5, Hastings leads in the 8th. Who will be pitching in the 9th for the Busters? Stay tuned and find out. To try to close it out. Will Horton led off, then Jacob Shaw pitched great. Chris Mazzini came in, pitched awesome. That one down first base. First baseman himself handles it. Howell does a good job over there and retires. The Sidebusters leave 3 on base, but 3 hits and 2 runs. Sidebusters lead 8-5. Going into the top of the 9th. Stick around. Could the 10-game winning streak for the Fremont Moo could be over? Let's see what happens as we come back. Right now, a word from the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
Adams County Visitors Bureau is the perfect place to start your Hastings experience. A place where you'll meet artists, shopkeepers, and storytellers while you stroll through downtown shops, beautiful parks, and historic housing districts. Whether you're a traveler, meeting planner, or a new resident, the Adams County Visitors Bureau is excited to help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Get details at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
All right, top of the 9th. Busters trying to close it out and give Fremont their second loss. Their first loss came from Hastings on opening day. They haven't lost since. It would be a sweet, sweet victory here for the whole league, cheering on Hastings as trying to get Fremont to lose. And Busters have played a good game, except for that second inning. We look back at that second inning, things didn't go right, but from there on, they've been smooth. But it's not going to be an easy ride because you've faced the top of the order once again for Fremont. Tyler Push, Augie Rasmussen, and Austin Callahan. But combined, those three guys have 3 hits. 2 of those belong to Rasmussen. Tyler Push comes up. Center fielder. Push batting .300 currently. And he's 0 for 4. Tells you what he was doing coming into the game. Mazzini back out there on the hill. The lefty delivers. Outside. Chris came in the last inning in relief. The leadoff single, but then got the sacrifice bunt. Got the strikeout and the ground out to get out of it. Here's the 1-0 from Mazzini. Back up the middle. Dawson on it. Is he able to make the play? Throws over to first and not able to get him. Beating it out, and they had the call right. Beating it out was Push. It was a great play by Dawson up the middle. I thought that thing was going to go in center field. He's got such good range. Tried to make the play. Anybody else, he probably would have been out. Push runs very well. That would have been White, definitely. Hayes, yep. Howell, probably. Push is one of the faster guys in his lineup, and so his first hit of the night comes in the 9th. Leadoff hitter on once again for Fremont. Down to the last 3 outs, they trail 8-5. And the left-handed baddie Augie Rasmussen comes up against the lefty Chris Mazzini. Mazzini, returning sodbuster from last year. In his second inning of relief tonight. Inside-out swing off the handle. Good pitch there by Mazzini. Bad swing by Rasmussen. He's down. No, it's 1-1. I'm sorry. It's the count. 6:35. First pitch tomorrow. These two teams. Same times same time Friday, Saturday, Sunday for Western Nebraska. Josh Salmon with you, voice of Sodbuster Baseball. Nate Miller to my right. Our tech guy running your cameras and helping me out here is the second set of eyes. That one misses for ball 2. Callahan due up next. Rasmussen batting .250. There is somebody warming in the Busters bullpen just in case, a righty. Horton started the game. Jacob Shaw, now Chris Mazzini. Busters are 3 outs away from handing the Moo only their second loss and snapping their 10-game winning streak. Mazzini delivers. And that one well inside. Good stop by McGuigan. As Mazzini losing a little bit of control this inning. Take it back. It's an 11-game winning streak they would be snapping. Runner on first is Push. He singled a moment ago. On a terrific play by Cole Dawson. Like I said, it would have been anybody else who's a little bit slower. They would have been out. Push is pretty fast. Let's see if he goes here. He doesn't. And fouling it back. Staying alive is Rasmussen. Rasmussen, the right fielder. Sunday's winner, Trayton Scully, runs over and grabs that ball. Got to talk to him a little bit before the game. Him and his buddy Manny Herrera both pitch at York College. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mazzini trying to finish off the batter here. Rasmussen swung and missed, got him on a bad pitch. That was ball 4. We'll take it. Second strikeout for Mazzini. Fremont down their last 2 outs. Austin Callahan comes up. He had a single back in the 5th. Otherwise, he's 1 of 4. Runner on first. Chris Mazzini, lefty versus lefty. Still is action in the bullpen. Coach Chandler Wagner wants this win. Buster scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and then didn't score again until last inning. In the 8th, put another 2 spot on the board, which was huge. That one misses for ball 1. Chandler Wagner will join me after the game here. Hopefully we can celebrate a victory together. 1 ball, no strike. Runner on first. Tyler Push. 1 out here for Fremont down their last 2 outs in the 9th. And that one misses. 72 miles an hour from Mazzini. Chris is missing by a little bit here. Changing up some speeds. Did well in the 8th inning. Gave up the leadoff single and then got the next 3 guys out. Did the leadoff single here, got the next guy out. Let's do the same thing here. That one 82, about 11 miles an hour faster, but still a ball, 3-0. So lefty versus lefty here. Let's see if this is it for Mazzini after this batter. And that went in there for a strike. Taking all the way was Austin Callahan. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Mazzini looks for the sign. And gets it. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 82 on the heater. 3-2. Good pitch there. Here's the 3-2. Battling back is Chris Mazzini after falling behind 3-0. Push will probably be running on this one. Dimes to donuts, he will. There he goes. And ball 4 taken. McGuigan held it there a while to make sure the umpire got the right call. Or he made the right call. And so now 2 runners on here with 1 out for the Moo. Those 2 insurance runs last inning were huge. Because otherwise it would be 6-5 with Luke White stepping up and 2 runners on here. And Chandler Wagner going to come out of the bullpen after talking to Luke Bay. Chandler going to have a chat here with Chris Mazzini. And he is going to go to the bullpen. He's bringing in the righty, so Chris's night is done. So the ball game up to the bullpen again, and we'll see who's coming in here in a moment. We'll take a pitching change and come back listening and watching Sodbuster Baseball here from Duncan Field. And a word from Sam's Club momentarily.
It's hot. Can we get some popsicles? A lot of popsicles.
Okay, sure.
Let's go to Sam's Club. We can get some popsicles there. Plus, check out the pools on sale.
Didn't Dad want to barbecue tonight?
With all those popsicles, we should get some paper towels, too.
Good idea, Mom.
I'll grab some chips. Sam's Club has something for every season.
Sam's Club, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Stop by before or after the game. For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings, a proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
So Rand Sanders comes in the game to try to close it out. Moo have 2 on, no outs. This is going to be 2 on and 1 out here in the 9th. Chris Mazzini's night is done. Not a bad night for Chris Mazzini. This is the 4th pitcher of record for Hastings tonight. And look at the numbers here on Mazzini. And he had, oops, switch over here just a second. Chris Mazzini had 1 inning and a third, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. So enter Rand Sanders from Grand Island. Back again with the Sodbusters. Happy to have him back this season. I talked to him before season started, and he's happy to be back here in front of the, feels like a hometown crowd. It's close, right? Hastings, Grand Island, very close. Sanders comes in the game. He's been used as all relief this season. 4 innings of relief. ERA is 6.75. Batting average against him is 300. He struck out 2 batters. Gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned. Looking perhaps a little redemption, 1-1 record. He will get Luke White right into the fire. White is 0 for 4. 2 on, 1 out here. Here's Rand Sanders inheriting 2 runners. Busters lead 8-5 in the 9th. McGuigan says, bring it down a little bit, bud. So Horton started the game, Will Horton, then Jacob Shaw, Chris Mazzini, and now Rand Sanders. Move used 4 pitchers as well. They trail 8-5 here. 1-0 coming up from Rand Sanders. Stands on the first base side of the rubber. Righty versus righty. Luke White. Pitch on the way here from Rands. In there for a strike. Rands from Grand Island, Nebraska. Goes Cloud County Community College. Good baseball player. in high school. Have some success at the college level. Wants to improve his skills a little bit. That's why everybody's in this league. Here's the 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out pitch. And strike 2 to Luke White. White has popped out, flew out, reached on an error, and struck out looking. 2 on here. Push led off the inning with a single. He stands on second base. Callahan walked a moment ago. He is on first base. Austin Rasmussen has a strikeout, and it's the only out of the inning. Here's Rand Sanders' 1-2 offering to Luke White, who's the DH tonight for the Moo. And, ooh, that looked pretty close up here. Perhaps a missed call, the 2-2. Maybe just a little outside if it was. Rand's a smile on his face. He didn't like the call, but he'll take it. Nothing you can do about it, right? Outfield playing deep except for right field. Cafferty's a little shallower, but still pretty deep. Infield back as well, hoping for the double play. Here's the 2-2. Double play would be nice to get out of it. That one hit into center field. That's going to fall in for a hit. Jackson comes up throwing to home, and it is going to be up the line. McGuigan can't handle it, so now runners will advance. So the throw was right on. It was a great throw from Jackson. The runner was going to be safe either way, but it got away. And so an RBI single for Luke White. So something's being discussed out here by Shea Bennett. Oh, he's going to have a courtesy runner. So they're putting in a Morphew is going to courtesy run out there in second base for Luke White, who is not fast. And RBI single for Luke White. 1 of 4. Just the 1-run scores, though, luckily. And so that brings up Ryan Hayes. Still only 1 out, but runners in second and third now. Jackson, the ball fell in front of him. Okay, nothing you can do. He threw it home. The runner was going to be safe. That is a foul ball. Runner was going to be safe, so McGuigan went to grab it, but he took his eye off the ball just for a moment, and it bounced off of his arm. Went to the backstop, and that allowed the runners to advance. Well, the throw bounced off the mound? No balls and a strike. I mean, told the throw bounced off the mound, but anyways, it's 0-1 here to Taylor Howell. 8-6 Buster's lead, 2 outs away from a victory. A much needed, will be a much celebrated victory against Fremont if they can do it. Fremont has won 11 games in a row, lost opening day and have not lost since. 2 runners on here. Howell represents the winning run standing at the plate. Here's the 1-1. Down the third base line, Ian Riley. Throws across, gets the easy out. Run does score. They throw back to third to try to get the runner. Nice stop by Riley. It's not a great throw from Matson. So the run scores, and it's 8-7 now. I have no fingernails left. So the courtesy runner, Mayhew. Or Mayhew, excuse me. Morphew. Stands at third base, and there's 2 outs. So put on your rally caps. Taylor Howell is up. As Ryan Hayes grounded out a moment ago. And Rand Sanders trying to finish out the game. That one popped up. This could do it. Popped up in the infield. Monroe. Dawson underneath it. And the Busters do it. They pull off the victory. The 11-game winning streak is snapped. Hastings Sodbusters win it 8-7. 8 runs, 13 hits, 6 errors, 7 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors for the Moo. And Hastings do it. And what a pitch by Rand Sanders to get out of it. Look at those guys on the field there. They are pumped up and excited as the Moo winning streak is over. 11-game snap. 2 losses this year to Fremont, both coming via Hastings. I can't wait to talk to Chandler Wagner. We'll do that when we come back. Your Hastings Sodbusters pull off the win here. Game number 2 of the series against Fremont, 8-7. We'll be right back with your post-game show. Stick around. This is Sodbuster Baseball. They're screaming in the streets of Hastings.
Time out. Smith, we only need one more out. Do you think you have enough energy?
I'm exhausted and it's hot out here. I'm thinking about enjoying that nice, cool air conditioning I have at home.
Oh yeah, you've talked about Ruts Heating and AC, the #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska for over 45 years.
Yeah, now. I have enough for one more batter, Coach.
Smith, go finish this thing so we can all go home and cool off. Visit rutsheatingandair.com.
My husband and I love to live in Nebraska.
It's the good life.
We always vacation here.
Love those Nebraska state parks.
We love to eat here.
Where are you going to get a better steak?
And we love to play here, especially Nebraska Pick 5 from the Nebraska Lottery. It has a $50,000 starting jackpot, drawing 7 days a week, and all the proceeds go back to our state.
Hey, honey, this weekend, let's buy some Nebraska Pick 5 tickets, go to a state park, and grill some steaks.
Like our first date.
I'm no amateur.
Top prize odds 1 in 501,000.
Sodbusters pull off the victory here at Duncan Field. Smiles all over the team's faces. And why shouldn't they? They beat the Moo. Nobody's beaten the Moo since they did on opening day. 12 games later, they beat them again. Josh Salmon back with you. We'll talk to Coach Chandler Wagner here in a little bit and look at some of the numbers. And Moo get the loss, and everybody in the league, I'm sure, will be happy to see this loss. Winning pitcher is Will Horton. Even though he gave up several runs, he is your winning pitcher. Losing pitcher is Joe Richter, and her save goes to Rand Sanders. Look at the offense here for the Busters. You got 2 hits from Omar Jackson, 3 hits from Cole Dawson, 2 hits from Trayton Kozel. You got 3 hits from Justin McGuigan. Matson was on base twice, just 1 hit. Cafferty with a hit. Hammond with a hit. Monroe and Riley were the only 2 that didn't have any singles. 13 hits. Rarely do you see 6 errors and still have a victory, but you have 13 hits. Moo battled back. They were down by 3 this inning, scored 2, but were able to pull off the victory over Fremont was Hastings. So good victory here. It wasn't the prettiest game. Pitching held out, though. They gave up that one big inning, 5 runs in the second, and held Moo again till the 9th here. And the bullpen held up. And so that's been kind of the Achilles heel this season as Coach Wagner makes his way up here. But not this time. And after that second inning, Will Horton really settled in a little bit, went 4 for us, and then he brought in Jacob Shaw, who did outstanding. Mazzini did good, just got in a little bit of trouble, and then Rand Sanders finished it out. And Coach is going to join me here momentarily on the post-game show. We'll look at some of these numbers, but these teams will meet up again tomorrow, 6:35, and Coach Chandler Wagner going to join me. Sorry, Coach, that's the microphone I got today. You can sit down and you can use that one. Congratulations on the victory, first of all.
Thank you.
When you beat the Moo, anytime is a good victory. 8-7, not the prettiest game in the world, but we'll take the W, right?
Yeah, obviously need to clean some stuff up on defense, but step in the right direction. Can't complain after a win. So
yeah. So the fifth inning or the second inning, 5 runs score, and you're thinking, oh no, and everybody's thinking, oh no. But what'd you tell your guys? You know, that's 5 runs. We came back and battled and didn't give up, and the bullpen was outstanding tonight.
yeah, I mean, even our starter, I thought he was good. We have 4 errors in that 1 inning, so obviously it's not ideal. And we found a way to get out of trouble, and we competed with the bats all night and found a way to piece some runs together. So.
And you look at the guys, I mean, some of the smaller plays, I know he was only on base a couple times, Trevor Matson, but, you know, the call got back where he really gotten 2 bases on an overthrow. So he goes back, first pitch he steals third, gets hit by the ball, he scores. It's funny that he leads your team in stolen bases, one of the biggest guys on the team, but, you know.
Yeah, and I don't think I've given to him once, so.
He just takes off, huh?
Yeah.
But McGuigan with 3 hits, you had Dawson with 3 hits. I mean, the guys were clutch tonight, and that's something we haven't seen all season either.
Yeah, the at-bats are coming around big time, and, I mean, top to bottom, I don't think there's an out in our lineup, and I don't know, guys are starting to get themselves in good hitter situations, and they're starting to hit the fastball better.
Horton went 4, and then you brought in Jacob Shaw. He was outstanding, did a really good job. He had some tough innings and some tough batters, and did really well.
Yeah, he did. Good things happen when he pounded the zone, and he did a good job at that and found a way to work out of trouble.
You look at the strikeouts, they did a good job. They held Luke White until the last inning, which is a tough out. Push, again, he didn't get a hit till the last inning as well. Those are some tough batters that they did a good job against.
Yeah, they did. I don't know. When you don't throw a whole lot of strikes and your defense struggles, it's tough to win games. And today we found a way to win. Obviously, if we're going to be consistent, we need to clean it up on defense and get ahead of hitters. And I think that's the biggest thing that we're talking about with these guys so far. So hopefully defensively we start playing a little better.
Go back to last night's loss a little bit. It was 4-1, but you guys were down 4-0 in the ninth. They battled back with a run. Only struck out 4 times. Nothing to hang their head on coming home. I mean, that was a loss, but that was a small loss to Fremont, a very powerful team.
Yeah, that was a tough one. I think our biggest thing that we talked to the hitters about is there's not a whole lot of hits in the outfield here. So you go play at a place like Fremont, there wasn't a whole lot of hits on the ground there. So we hit a couple balls really well. Ended up being routine ground balls there, so we struggled. But I mean, I think even our approach when we put up 1 run, our approach was good. Just didn't go for us.
And Mazzini got in a little bit of trouble there, pitching pretty good. I know he got hurt last time he was out, but he said his left knee was feeling good. That's his push-off leg. Got a little bit of trouble. Rands came in, and I have no fingernails left from that last inning. I'm sure you don't either, but he closed it out, and it was nice to see him get a little confidence back after he's had a couple rough outings.
Yeah, he was awesome. I don't know. I think all day, we found a way to get out of trouble, and Sanders obviously came in a tough situation and found a way to work out of it.
I'm sure the whole league was cheering for you guys tonight. Everybody would like to see Fremont snap the 11-game losing streak. Still got to come back and face him one more time tomorrow, though.
Yep. We'll be ready to go, and hopefully we just keep building on every game and clean it up defensively, keep up with the at-bats, keep working ahead of hitters, and I don't know. I think we'll have a lot of success if we keep doing that.
All right, Sodbuster manager Chandler Wagner on an 8-7 victory. Coach, thanks for coming in. We'll take one more look at the numbers and come right back. This is the post-game show on Sodbuster Baseball, and they win 8-7. Go Sodbusters, right?
For the latest in Sodbusters news, hey, this is Josh Salmon, voice of Hastings Sodbusters Baseball, inviting you to check out the Sodcast, the official Sodbusters podcast. Each episode gets you up to date on team info, the latest news, player and coaches interviews, and more. Join Brian Frew and myself for the Sodcast all through the baseball season. The Sodcast is available for listening on Spotify for free. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball Insides Inside Duncan Field with me, Josh Salmon, and co-owner Brian Frew. The Sodcast. Listen today.
Adams County Visitors Bureau is the perfect place to start your Hastings experience. A place where you'll meet artists, shopkeepers, and storytellers while you stroll through downtown shops, beautiful parks, and historic housing districts. Whether you're a traveler, meeting planner, or a new resident, the Adams County Visitors Bureau is excited to help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Get details at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
Sodbusters pull off the upset tonight, upsetting the Fremont Moo, who were 11-1, and coming into this game and had a 11-game win streak. That one loss, in fact, both their losses this season, coming here at Duncan Field to the Hastings Sodbusters. So again, these teams will face off again tomorrow. Third game of the series. First game was won in Fremont last night as the Moo won 4-1. Tonight, Hastings win 8-7, 8 runs, 13 hits, 6 errors. So you got to clean that up, right? That ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna get too many victories with 6 errors. 4 of those early in the game, 2 in late in the game. And and a team like the Moo will do that. You want to rush throws. You're going to try to get them out as much as you possible, but you take your eye off the ball. 7 runs for the Moo, 11 hits and 3 errors for them. Again, 6:35 first pitch tomorrow. Love to see you out here. Western Nebraska coming to town Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Also, plenty of chances for you to get tickets and come out to the game as well. For Nate Miller to my right, Coach Chandler Wagner, and for the Hastings Sodbusters who pull off the victory tonight, this is Josh Salmon. We'll catch you back here tomorrow. Have a good evening, everybody. Good night.